Hello, welcome. The Due Process League rebooted. I am Nog, of course, joined by, for the first time on a live broadcast, I have to do it the other way. It's mirrored. Dynamic.
Hello.
How are you doing, Dynamic?
Welcome. I'm doing okay. I'm very, very hyped for this game. Two big teams, Arise and KHAOS, today on the gameplay in Due Process. I'm hyped. How are you feeling?
I'm hyped as well. I'm really looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a great one. A best of two between Arise, which in my opinion is the best team in the league. I think most people would agree probably right now. KHAOS, I think I have in my power rankings at least as number 2. So 1 versus 2, always a good matchup. We get a best of 2 also, so we get to see 2 very nice games.
Yeah, Arise is very, very good, rocking the leaderboard from start last week with 9-2 to KHAOS. 9 times Arise was mentioned in this week. 2 times in KD leaders, 4 times in KDA leaders, KR leaders 2 times, KHAOS mentioned once, and ADR damage per round Arise mentioned once with their players. That's crazy work, honestly, for this week.
Yeah, Arise are like we said, just really good at this game. They player of the week, of course, was not an Arise member, but like you said, these stats are just kind of insane.
Yeah, they are. They are.
KD leaders. Is Coconut on Arise? Whoa, this is a...
Coconut is on Arise.
his Discord name is not an Arise tag, so I was confused. But Coconut and Lacking both topping the KD boards up there with 2.67 on Coconut, 2.38 on Lacking. We won't see Coconut in game today, as the Arise roster today will be Lacking, Brody, Noon, Sachi, and Zigalo, of course. Pretty solid roster of 5. I don't know if Brody played much week 1, but we will see him today.
But
and we also get
Lacking
to see
they are on the weekly stats, so that it still might be a very, very good match. Sad to not see Coconut on this time, but it can always change, you know.
Yeah, maybe we'll get him for game 2. We'll see what happens. We also get to see Photon on the side of KHAOS. I think last week when Frogs played them, was Photon in that game? Man, I'm just all over the place right now. But I really do like to see Photon come out with that Black Tar, especially to complement Ghetto and Toxic. No Tommy for the side of KHAOS today, which was going to be my player of the series to keep an eye on. So
I got information from Photon that there will be no Tommy today.
None at all today, man. That's a little sad. We're loading in a game now, I think. Or maybe players are soon going to be finding each other in game. I'm very much looking forward to this one, like I said. Dynamic, who is your player to watch this series? I want to know.
Well, I think I don't really have like a one pick. I think watching Arise plays anybody is very, very fun in general. So I really am wondering what Nomad will do, since he was the one player mentioned twice on the KD and KR leaders. I am hyped for Nomad. Let's see what's gonna happen.
We'll keep an eye on Nomad then. Yeah, topping the KR kills a round, Nomad with the most kills per round of week 1, sitting at 1.2. Very nice stat there. Yeah, we'll keep our eyes sharply fixed to Nomad, and I think I'm gonna keep an eye on Brody on the side of Arise today. We haven't seen much from him in this league. We are in game now. It looks like we've loaded in. You can see the map.
We can.
And it's a kill dome to start us off. Dynamic, you want to walk us through this?
Of course. So we can see already two barbs prepping for that jungle push from red door, and attackers are planning to push through there. It is a very, very hard and very, very fun play to do when you're playing on this map. That barb might slow them down. I wonder if they're prepped for it. But as I can see, there's a split between beach and jungle. 2 jungle, 1 beach. 3 beach, I'm sorry. That's gonna be interesting. We see a hold from observation jungle water. They are planning to play on the bushes in the jungle, but I see attackers already posted the H mark on there, so they will probably be aware and prepped for it. The long angle that Ghetto just drew, it's gonna be, might be harsh for the players that will go to go on the bridge. The prep looks very good on both of the sides. Very, very strong counter to that plan from attackers.
Yeah. I do like the split coming out. Normally, I think Arise has kind of set this as their default, going south side breach into jungle pretty quick. I normally feel like they throw more people down there, so it'll be interesting to see them put more pressure on the beach and play from both sides this time around. We are getting into execute here now. 2-3 split. Final decision for Rise here. Let's see. We got a Lagros on the side of Toxic. Hopefully he does well with that thing. I do like that gun after its buff, especially. Quick rate of fire. Blow comes out. Brody taking some peeks into the site there a little bit. Playing slow. These two are... guys in beach are slowly creeping up now, sitting up towards that base section. Shots are firing as we have first contact. Zigalo already taking down Roach in the water. Ghetto firing across over some barb. Nomad trading back onto Noon very nicely. Sachi with 2 very quickly. Very well done. Zigalo shooting back here. The attackers have a very nice position now onto site. They might even be able to start defusing here. Just 2 left on the side of the defenders. Ghetto in obs and Photon pushing around now towards Brody. Sachi getting a 3rd. Ghetto now is basically free to defuse the rest of the bomb. Brody watching the other side of obs, and Lacking will take down Photon after Photon managed to take down Zig. Very clean round from the attackers. The 3 who played beach had a very strong impact on that round. Both of the players who went that Southside split in through Perch ended up living, trading off the lives of their teammates who were on beach. Very nice. Very nice round from Arise.
Yeah. As I stated, they were prepped for the bushes. Chi demolishing Toxic. Right there. Toxic wasn't even prepped for that, I don't think. And we have a 3k for Chi, if I'm not mistaken. Very, very smooth. Yeah. Very, very nice. I wonder if KHAOS will want to take the second round.
Yeah, I know KHAOS is a very defensive-sided team. They can get kind of wild running around, playing positions that might not be, the opponent might not be ready for, but loading into this Grand Ultra operation. Very long-range map. Arise was able to kind of take down this heavy defensive-sided team in their first round, so going into double defense as well, that'll probably feel very nice for them.
Yeah, and we already see docks being planned to be pushed, and observation maybe. We might have another split from the attackers here, but from what I can see, the defenders are planning a Floggle Barb.
Yeah, it looks like
to put on the docks door. They're prepping. They seem like it seems like they know what the attackers are gonna be doing. They're planning very well, like to their knowledge on what the strongest push and how Arise plays in general. KHAOS very well prepped for this match.
they
Barb
are
on observation. There was some drawings of on the barbs of toxic, but I don't see any planned put down. So
yeah, it looks like nade will be coming out green.
yeah, well, looks like a 2-3 push. 3 people going dog, 2 people going from server. They will try to probably push them towards the center of the map so they can take them one by one. The office is gonna be such a strong push, strong hold for server. Might be even be a strong late hold for the bomb. Let's see how this.
Yeah, there's not.
Out.
There's only one side of the bomb. It looked like you could see from the office. So later in the round, it might not be as strong as kind of in the middle for that push out of the north side of the map. But we are going to the execution phase as this is blown and that Flogel goes down. We can't see how well it is yet as the smoke's still there. Wow, beautiful barb on that red door after the blow. I'm going to slow them down a lot. And that smoke gives a little bit of an angle for Nomad to kind of peek in still. Looks like the flashes are coming out. I don't know if they're going to get rid of this. Or they're just going to push right through it. Going down, Sachi, Nomad with the Lagros, but is traded back by Photon, who has that Ingmar in his hands, very deadly with that gun. So we are even now. Toxic on the map, of course, at all times. You should have that guy with that weapon. Ooh, great shots from Photon again onto Noon. 2 for him in the round. Sachi is looking very scared, cowering by that generator. Zigalo has rotated around to kind of help from that south side, though. Brody just playing solo, north side of the map with that Saber. They're going to have to get some pretty nice frags. Body shotted by Toxic onto Brody even, and Sachi going down to Ghetto with that Lagros. Oh, immediately, Ghetto gets another on Zig. Just Brody left, bodied by the mop. He is going to save the Saber, it looks like. Very well done from KHAOS. That was very clean. They played their gun advantages there and really shut down that push onto Doc. Roach will give one over for fun. Brody gonna be. Ooh, nice shots. I didn't even see the head of that guy before he took out Brody there at the end. Nice done. Was that Photon for the last one? I think so. I heard Ingmar go off. Maybe it was Ghetto. It looked like they were both peeking, maybe. Rolled on. Didn't even touch the bomb. Didn't even touch the bomb.
Well, there was a good Flogel barb on that door. They already knew they were going there, and they prepped for it, and they executed very well. Photon always good with the Ingmar, same as Blacktar on the other side. And I think maybe too slow push from Arise on that map. They are known from being out at the door the second they blow it, and maybe that slowed them down too badly for them to not be able to retake. We are already on Kill House. Prepping for Shed Blow with a very close barb. But attackers are actually planning to go patio to Hall and walling that kitchen wall.
Yeah, very nice.
Very interesting.
Like that wall. I do like that
we do
wall.
be
That's
liking
outside.
those walls as frogs. We do be having some wall. We saw a secondary construction crates to construction blow, but from what I can see, it's erased now. The defenders already planning barbs on Hall in the entrance of Club. I honestly don't know what the reception thing is going to be.
I don't know if any of the defenders are going to be playing too far towards reception. They're going to torch both windows, though, it looks like, which will be good for access quickly into backstage. You don't really have to worry about doors as much that way.
What are they planning to torch except backstage window? They
there's the window south of reception as well.
Oh, okay.
Like,
I see.
It is kind of hard to see the blue there.
Yeah, that's my knowledge of the maps.
On that white. I do like this wall. That south side of the bomb in kitchen cannot be seen from construction door or that kind of long stint of countertops in that kitchen. So it's you kind of bunker down there if you get there as an attacker and block your guy in to stop the defenders from being able to stop or defuse. But Roach getting some spam through the wall. Lacking already quite low, but Roach low as well. So they did trade back some HP. Ghetto now getting tagged as well. They're torching this barb onto stage. Oh, wow. Some good wall bangs there. 2 going down even. Toxic and Ghetto both. Defenders are now looking pretty pushed back, having to face 5. 2 of them are kind of low, Noon and Lacking. So they do have a little bit of a easier job killing those 2 at least. Now with bar club control, they're pushing towards hull, nading that deep. Try and catch a guy maybe. It doesn't look like there was a barb there they needed to worry about. Soon they will get this wall down and blow in. Nomad is not going to get killed by it, but he will be in a pretty rough spot. Ooh, that was very scary, Nomad. You almost died. Good molly to stop the push. And Photon playing towards the other side to try and get a pick here. Oh, Noon with the pistol takes out the auto shotty. We are already on bomb. Like I said, that south side, it's so hard to get in there as a defender. And they will protect Zigalo, Sachi, and Brody. And they'll take that round. 2-1 in the favor of Arise for the first set of 3.
I don't know if you noticed, but Brody was being shot by Toxic in construction, but he actually retook this kill. He killed Toxic through the wall.
I did not notice the wall bangs for that kill, actually.
Yeah, it was really, really harsh. Well,
Toxic got owned, man.
The Nomad death, very unfortunate, to be honest.
Yeah, that's a shotgun nerf, I'm sure, coming into play. If we were pre-shotgun nerf, I think he would have killed that guy much quicker. Noon wouldn't have had the chance to really get much damage on him with the pistol. We're back now to certain warrior. You can do a little flip-flop. You want to switch it up? You want to do play-by-play? Hell yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
We can do a flip-flop. Pretty similar plan, it looks like, from the side of KHAOS, blowing that south side. They're going to bring shield, though, which is a bit of a difference. That barb is still generally in the same spot. Both those locations, you notice the right one is turned a little bit, so it'll catch them while they're going down the stairs. But there's that beach push as well. They looks like they want to go through obs, through that barb, which is a very nice barb, on the side of the defenders as well. I personally, looking at this, am kind of thinking Pit would be nice probably to catch some of the defenders off guard, especially for KHAOS, because you know Arise is probably prepping for what they planned. It is sort of the quickest way to get on site and start getting into gunfights early, which Arise really like to do. They want to have their guns up. They want to be shooting other people because they are just so good with those weapons, their aim and everything.
I think they
Flash
have
is prepped
similar preparation.
Yeah,
we can see the pretty much the same bar placements.
Yeah. Positioning might be a little bit different. We'll see. There aren't circles drawn for the defense really right now. So I guess there is the one on Ob's door, of course. That's a very good spot to kind of stop that perch push with that red door. I'm going into execute now. The one difference I will say, it looks like they are doing 3 south side towards that red door instead of on beach base. They will just be sending 2 there for the side of KHAOS.
That was such a sad,
a little bit different.
Such a sad throw of the extinguisher from Zig. Photon on his favorite weapon, Black Tar, already prepped. They already blew, but they're slower to execute than Arise. They can see each other through the windows. I wonder whose first pick is gonna be. Lacking seems like she already shot some. There's smokes and flashes. Beach execution. Nomad already in beach, but Noon can already see them walking towards that jungle. I don't think that nade did anything. Photon with a kill on Chi. Now from water. Lacking, neutralizing, toxic. Very, very fast round. Photon with a 2k. And lacking dies on that water. Huh. Honestly, very, very good execution from KHAOS. I think Photon having Black Tar in his hands made a difference.
Yeah.
He feels more confident, it seems like. With a 2k, they are taking the mob. The mob was almost full mag right
they
there.
Take Saber on the side of attack there, so they'll get the double sniper set up, which will be very nice for that factory, I think.
Get a retook and Ingmar as well for himself.
Lots of range. The health
like
and lives.
Good. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Seems like they're prepping good
good
for that factory long range. Weapons for a long range map.
The result of that round was basically exactly the same as the first time we saw it. The attackers finishing the round with 3 alive. I think the health difference might have been like 50 or something total between the teams for the remaining attackers total health pool. So basically exactly the same. And we see a barb go down immediately on the green door, which is the same thing, and one on the server farm door as well. So that is a bit of a difference for the side of Arise on this defense. There's no Flogel being drawn on that red door to the south side, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see it. Of course, the attackers have such a massive ranged advantage now, having the Mop and an Ingmar in their hands. Looks like they want to play towards power. This might be a full green. With a double charge maybe being thought of for that kill house. You can execute that wall a lot faster if you blow through shed there. That's not too important right now as we are focusing on this Grand Ultra operation. Yeah, it does look like a full green. They want to play that range advantage. I think playing through the server door is really hard, and having, yeah, there we go. There's the charge south side. I was going to say, I feel like not opening that door is it just makes it so much harder to play through that north side because the defenders have so much space they can play on dock without being harassed from their back at all. Office will be very strong position here to stop this server farm push as well.
All I'm gonna say is I love the process.
Hashtag iHeartDP.
Don't
forget
in chat.
If you go to dueprocess.info or check out the Steam page, you can buy the game.
Buy the game, guys.
It is
buy
released.
The game.
Still in. Very good game. Yeah, there we go. Nice
there
little pop-up.
We go.
I love this graphic. I love this graphic. It's beautiful. It pleases.
It is very beautiful.
That Argus Enforcer is really staring me down, though.
You're scared? If that's spot on, you're dead, buddy.
Maybe a little bit.
We have a molly prepped already for the docks.
They aren't gonna flogel it, but they do have a extinguisher there, so it'll block off site for a second.
And
Molly
it was mollied
down, so I don't know. Might have been a little early on that molly. There's not gonna be too much happening down there. Also,
maybe they thought they are gonna push fast to dock, but we are having a slow outcome for that. Good hold from Noon on the server farm as well.
That's a good angle. I agree.
Good angle from Toxic on that mob. We will see if there is any picks.
Probably going to try not to peek that south side of the map too much because they know that they don't have a sniper advantage.
But there's 4 people server farm trying to probably push a little bit. Yeah, they opened the door and they are pushed in, but lacking with a kill on Roach, lacking with another on Photon, get a killing Noon and Nomad. Killed lacking.
Ooh, Toxic going down,
they are 3v2. Ghetto and Nomad still in server farms. They smoked off bomb office. They are still not pushed into the generator area. Ghetto swapping weapons with Photon. No, maybe taking another flash. We have one person playing in office. Flash is now out and office flashed. Ghetto with a kill on Brody, Zig's still holding the bomb from an angle. We still have one player, and it's Ghetto versus Zig and Chi. He knows Chi is inside that office, doesn't know where. He's pushing it, and he kills Chi. Now Ghetto versus Zig. Zig on that generator. Oh, and we have a kill on Ghetto.
Wow, very nice try by Ghetto there at the end. Played so well through that smoke, getting the first frag, getting the kill onto Sachi as well in office was very nice, but Ziggler had a good position and the time ran out by then. Very strong early hold from the side of Arise on that free door. I think more pressure should have been put on the south side of the map by the attackers, by KHAOS, to give Toxic a little more assistance there.
I feel so sad that they didn't push the server farm earlier. They had the flashes. They lost Photon then, and Ghetto had to take the flashes from his body. Huh.
Yeah, Noon did a lot of damage too and died a lot later than I expected him to in that position. He got tagged up to 10 HP and then was able to, I don't know if he traded back, but he did a lot of damage before he was taken down there.
That's
so
funny.
They do only have one charge. Yes?
I'm so sorry to cut you off again, but this is so funny. We saw this exact plan tried by Arise. They did put the wall charge down, and now we have the same plan from KHAOS as attackers.
Yeah, I was kind of expecting the wall charge to come out. It is very, very good, especially if you can get to the south side of that bomb. Like I said, from that construction door and a lot of places in kitchen, you can't actually see the guy who is defusing there. So it's just such a good spot to try and get to for defuse. They didn't end up saving that charge, so they cannot do the quick double blow shed into wall. That is a very quick execute. It can get you into sight oh so fast, but they of course don't have the charge for it. They don't have the eco for it. I like shield coming into bar here, actually. That'll give him a lot of cover. I feel like Arise is going to play a lot more aggressive up front and get those wall bangs. They are super aggressive early on defense. They try to get a lot of damage down as quickly as possible to get the odds in their favor off the rip.
And we are.
Otherwise, we got 3 AKs, auto shotty, and a knack on the side of Arise. So this is a lot of damage they're going to be pumping out this round. Photon's still on the black tar. His
Photon,
true love.
That is his one true love. Except maybe music. If you guys want, you can check. I'm gonna put down some advertisement for Photon's music. Go check him out.
Well, that's an interesting.
I need to plug my boy, you know.
That's coming back. Wow, 2 dead. Wow,
two dead already on the beginning of the round.
There? Is that
they
Noon?
are.
Oh, man, he got
that is Noon. I wonder what happened to the shield guy. Poor shield guy.
I think the shield was looking straight ahead through that door, and Noon was on the side and got. I got shots into his.
Well, so far, good hold. Flash is prepped. And Nomad, Brody wasting Nomad and Zig wasting Toxic. Another... No way. I couldn't even comment anything. That was such a fast round.
Taking maybe 30 damage. 33 or something. That's all. The only 1 or 2 bullets landed from the side of KHAOS on that attack.
The second they heard the flashes prepped, they were already up that window, shooting the, trying to push attackers. Yeah, that was very interesting. Very fast.
That early defensive aggressiveness. Oh, I love this map. I love seeing this map.
2v2 map.
Really, really good early aggressiveness from Arise and their team.
And we have a 2v2.
So beautiful. 2v2, yay! Yeah, I agree that you shouldn't really play too much towards that north side as a defender. You kind of have to get that barb down near bomb, play with the mollies, play for close range damage and stuff. And the attackers just lost a lot of their APs. So, oh wait, no, just kidding. We're on a new 3. Oh, should we?
We are on a new 3. Do you? Yeah, I'm down. I'm down.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, take it away.
Okay, I'm taking it away. We saw a prep for entrance by KHAOS, but they changed their mind and went to Teller Blow. I personally think the Teller Blow is very, very harsh for the defenders. They will have a chance to open the teller, to open the shutters on entrance, but we are back again to the entrance blow. I think they're having existential crisis when it comes to planning on this map. Yeah, this map is very, very harsh to control anyway. Very, very small, so everybody's close together, playing together. If you don't have a good teammate backing you up, you're basically dead. So the entrance, we don't see anybody, any plans for storage push at all. It might be 5 entrance.
Yeah, I think that is generally what I like to do on this map as well. If I have 5 players on my team when I'm playing it. There's a nice smoke you can get onto Teller Door from outside, but the defenders did barb that, so they won't be playing around that Teller Door, which is a boon for the attackers, I will say. Ball charge down, about to blow. Noon sneaking out of there. Molly goes down, so it'll slow push at least. But still, it does feel a bit futile as a defender, even to get the Molly down. This is such a hard map to win. Grenade coming out. Photon taking down Lacking, but is traded back some HP in response. Shots coming out from, I think that was Sachi, maybe Noon. Oh, wow, already dead. Toxic taking down Zig. Ghetto and Roach getting frags as well. Just one left on the side of the defense with a shotgun. Can he get one? Not even. Toxic taking down Brody at the end there. Yeah, I mean, it is such a hard map for defenders. This seems to be how it goes generally. For the attacking side, you'll have 5 alive left at the end of the round. Maybe 4 if the defenders played a little bit better. But I think I've only ever seen this map won by defensive side once. It might have been a Rise to do it. It would make sense. But they will not do it this time. We go to 4-3. KHAOS putting up a good fight.
KHAOS did do that. We have a 4 versus 3 on the scoreboard. Toxic with 2k. Lights off on this map is harsh, but not harsh enough for KHAOS to not be able to take it. I wonder what's the next map's gonna be
pretty
like.
Standard experience from that map there. A bank now.
We do have a bank. We do have
let's see when this...
the bank that Arise did play on their warm-up scrim. No, am I not correct?
No, I think this is a different one. It is a similar
lobby. Oh yeah, the security on the right side and the teller was on the right side. Yeah. We already saw, I think, this map.
Yes.
The accounting, the harsh hold on accounting always, and the push from accounting is very, very hard if the defenders can hold it together. We see a barb on entrance. We see a molly prepped for that as well. We have a molly prepped for hall door, red door, and the barb for hall. Trying to hold, I think they will try to hold more of the button than the vault. Some teams prefer to play for the vault late, and they don't really care about the button being pressed, but as you can see, they're prepped for everything. They're putting 2 barbs in our accounting for that push if they decide to do that, but as we can see from the attackers, they want to blow the hall. I wonder if it's going to be another split entrance hall, or will they just go all full hall push?
5 hall could be interesting to see. I don't think I've actually seen that in play, so I don't know how it does flow. But a knack on the side defense. Yes, they do have Brody with a knack, so he'll probably be playing in manager, I would guess, spamming through that wall into that barb south side. He can also spam north into those barbs accounting if he wants.
We have a mop prepped.
Oh, we do have a mob. So they'll be playing one in... Who had it in their hands?
Noon. I think
Noon is playing in
Noon is
servers
playing
with that mob, getting a long eagle on entrance. So Toxic might be caught by surprise and lose a head. Oh my god, what is that angle, Noon? Please. Please give them a chance.
Nah,
We'll
I
see if
think
it pays
I
off
would
for him.
like to see the Noon kill.
Yeah, it is a very, very tight angle. Though I think by now they have probably seen this map enough to know about it. There's that smoke coming down. They do have sort of a counter to it, and they're going to be able to get an entrance. A lot of people entrance, more than I expected, to be honest. There has not been much action hall at all. Not a shot fired yet. First flash comes out finally. Brody flashed a little bit in that security. He is kind of alone. Get a little bit of... No, he didn't get damage. That was someone else who got toxic there. Good kill onto Brody. Roach getting 2, actually. Traded back by Zig. Oh, wow. But Zig is the last left. Such quick kills. He's rotating around through servers. He's going to go back towards that lobby. Play for this vault door. He does get 1 in Photon. Ghetto has lost some HP, so this is doable from Zig. Of course, Zig topping the leaderboards this season, the ranked leaderboards. Ooh, that was a good play from him. Both low now. But it's going to be oh so hard for him to get a kill here, especially with someone on bomb already. Ghetto does take him down, Ziglo, on that very low sliver of HP. We're 4-4. This is the best performance we have seen against Arise thus far. Good gameplay from KHAOS. Even on the attacking side, they are a very defensive-sided team. So, hey, maybe if they get to the second defensive set, especially if they win this next attacking round, they are set up to maybe even take first game, which might be unexpected from a lot of people.
Yeah. Arise kind of lost their spark. I think they have to lock in more. I am not so sure if KHAOS did get their warm-up scrim. Arise did, so maybe KHAOS did get some mysterious potion to just lock in without the without the warm-up scrim. 2k from Roach, 2k from Zig, 2k from Ghetto on that last round. And we have very interesting dome map.
Yeah, I do like this one. I think the obs is interesting. It's so hard to play as defense, but if you do have a good hold, yeah, the double barb I actually do like a lot. Normally it's kind of not the best to do that with the auto shotty there. Is very nice, but you have someone play out of that blue to the north side, and ooh, I never actually. I guess that makes sense. You can get a long EO from north side base too. It's very nice.
Well, Beach with a saber for sure. Toxic is a sniper in KHAOS, so he will be taking that. The preparation for observation only is a good strategy because it seems like the attackers will do a blow on that door. We'll see how well the auto shotty is gonna be. Oh, they actually are moving the barbs back. That's an interesting solution, an interesting thing, because I would consider those barbs to be very nade friendly. So if they wanted to bait a nade out, it would be a good way for them to see the barbs. They might go to the base from observation now if they see the jungle bridge barbed like that.
Yeah, they do have the nade, so they'll be able to, theoretically, they could get both of those barbs with a single nade if they place it in the right spot.
Well, from the plans, it seemed like they wanted to prep it for that bridge up there in Ops 2 runs.
Such taking a little peek out the window there. Door is kicked. Can't see that window though. So they get to go into base very nicely. There is that charge blowing onto obs as we are executing now Again, 4-4 are the rounds. It is even now. Toxic! What a shot! Already takes down one. Noon out of the round right away. They're torching this first barb even. They're not going to nade it. They're saving this nade. With the shield in hand, it is very easy to get rid of that barb. Attackers have taken no damage thus far. The rest of the defenders are just kind of holding back, waiting for the pushes, waiting for them to walk into their line of sights and things. Little shot coming out. One from Blacktar, one from Allegros. Trading back of shots. Looks like maybe Lacking took a hit there. Yeah, did take a little wee bit damage. Very slow. Hopefully the attackers have enough time to execute because they are slowing down. I think they should have naded this barb much longer ago. Zig with the auto shotty. Toxic going down to Lacking. That's a good kill there. This round could flip very quickly if this auto shotty gets a good position on the attackers. Photon, a long flank. But Lacking did kind of keep an eye on it. There goes that auto shotty being taken down by Roach. Traded back. 2v2 now. Similar HPs. Roach kills Sachi. Last in water. Oh, very nice flash onto Lacking. Roach should be able to close this one out, and he does very easily. The flash landed right on top. 3k for Roach. And ooh, they just have enough time. God damn, they really played that one as close as possible, but they will have that round lead now for the side of KHAOS. Going into a defensive quarter it's gotta feel good for them, especially against Arise.
I think KHAOS is trying to hold us into like almost a heart attack position because of the slow, almost didn't make it type gameplay. Good flash from Roach on that Lacking position. I don't know if you noticed, but in the middle of the round there was two people playing on top of the log. It was very funny to see on the cinematic view. And we have a switch of sides. Do you want to take over?
Sure, I can. We'll talk about Zeus Archer once more. This 2v2 map, oh so small. Now, if the defense win this round, that's really awesome. I'm not expecting them to, as there are some smokes coming out. You see that corner smoke right outside the truck, blocks off teller and bathroom door both. Looks like they might want to leave bathroom door open. Yeah, that is my preferred position for that smoke, to cover off that teller door. They will put it down. They have flashes. Getting ready for on bomb. Oh, no, actually, those are just exclamation points. Of course, entrance below makes sense. They have a nade prepped for a barb. Honestly, I'm kind of feeling, looking at this, I think a double barb adaptation for the defense on that front could be nice. You have one south side of bomb. Yeah, there you go. They place it down. That is a little scary because they can get both with that nade. So you have to position it so the nade can only get one at a time. But even still, with a second barb there, they might save all of them. Oh no, they do have it down. They will have.
Seems like they have doubts.
Section. They're trying to figure out how many barbs they want to use here. They might be
the two barbs is very strong to
to
stop them from going storefront entrance to storefront right side to the bomb. It would make them go on the left side storefront so they could get it picked from deli and bathroom, but no barbs here.
I wonder if they're gonna open teller, actually. Doesn't look like it, actually. Just a shotgun in there. They're just gonna play forward a little bit.
We have a wall charge prepped and we have it placed down right this second. Zig on a saber this time. But they were prepped for it. I don't know if they realized that they don't have any barb placed down. There's 3 people playing in entrance, 2 actually in entrance, and Photon very close to the entrance. So first flash and Ghetto and Toxic and Photon dead. Noon and Zig working together. Only 2 people playing, 1 on bomb, 1 storefront. And Roach on that Noon. Roach versus 4. How will that turn out? And Roach took that death. like a champ.
The only death on the side of the attackers was a team kill by Brody onto Noon. Man, I'm so surprised Noon lived after entering there. Ghetto was flashed, I believe, so the shotgun couldn't just shoot Noon just with a full set of pellets or anything. Ghetto
Yeah,
was
but
taken out
then
before.
Toxic
Yeah.
was with Ghetto playing the entrance, and Toxic was trying his hardest to take Noon's life, but he failed. And good frag on saving Noon's life from Zig, because he saved him from Photon, because Photon was very pushed in storefront.
There was a good frag from Zig too onto Photon, yeah.
Yeah, saving Noon's life. Good team play. Honestly, we see very good team play. I will accept that Noon team kill, but
it happens.
you know,
It happens.
It happens. I would report him though. Moving on.
Talon Rogue here. This is Bank for us again. Similar blow. It looks like KHAOS rather does like to place their barb a little different in this hall. Normally when they do it, they put it in that spot there, which makes it a little easier for the attackers to torch. But they do want to place them in bathroom, it looks like, I think is what they normally like to do based on drawings here. So, manager, of course, a very strong position, though that blue door in the lobby makes it very hard to hold without a barb. They're going to smoke Teller from the side of Arise as well to shut down that long angle. And is that a door charge on green door or is that shield? I can't tell. My screen is not big enough. Oh my gosh.
What are we wondering about? It's a wall charge. It's a door charge on that.
Door charge on the green. They're going to double charge this, I guess. Are they confident they can full green the dome, I suppose?
It might be a shield, actually.
I do like that charge to get rid of that barb there, and then they have a nade for later in the round, which they do have it drawn out in managers where they're going to throw that thing. So maybe they'll even get a kill with it, but it might be from... I don't know which side they'll throw it from, Hall or just manager. I think either way, it doesn't really matter too much to get that nade down there specifically. It could be better used later, or, you know, maybe they won't use it at all. We'll see what happens. Finishing up as we go into execution.
That
is coming out.
That was a shield, not a marker, not
a torch, not a charge. Okay, it was hard to tell. The little vision slit on it was kind of blocked out by one of the yellow.
We have a blow for Hall. One person is gonna be holding it. We have a 4-1 split. They did take a torch and they do have a nade. Zig with a nade, Brody with the torch. 3 people playing lobby.
On the barb. The nade did not blow it.
Oh no. But we have a good molly from the defenders. It's gonna be a harsh walk-in for attackers then.
Yeah, they're gonna have to torch this or push in with shield.
They do have a torch. We have a 2-kill. Brody and Zig retake. We have a flash and another kill on Zig from Photon. Chi moving into Hall. Brody, Chi, 2v3. They still have a chance. Brody's very low on HP. Nomad only a little bit. Brody holding that Teller. Moving into Teller right now.
Oh, so close to dying to that knack wallbang there.
It is.
And he goes down.
Oh, and he goes down to Broach. Yes, Broach. Broach with that knack.
Broach.
Very good.
Too stouchy now.
It's only up to her. And she decides to go back. Maybe she'll be saving a clacker.
No, there's no clacker in the inventory. Are they gonna call it? Are they gonna say we lost this round? Give them 6?
Yes.
Yeah. They decide
to
let KHAOS get to 6. No clacker saved. They are... I guess they do have clacker from first round, so they don't really need to save. They lost torch, so that is gone.
They lost the torch, yes, and they
don't
lost
need
the
it
shield.
too much on that Dome, I will say the shield would be nice, but not a requirement, I think. This is a very close game, and KHAOS is first to 6. Oh my gosh, KHAOS gonna win this first game.
That's crazy. Arise versus KHAOS. Very, very good teams. Very, very stressful, very emotional time.
Yeah.
Will KHAOS be the one to rock Arise this time and win first map against Arise, or is Arise gonna lock in and tie this one?
They are feeling confident with Sachi saving at the end of that last round. She didn't even try to 1v3 there, which I think saving those 2 flashes might have been the goal from Sachi there, to have so much more util on the attack this last round. Ob's blow makes sense. 3 going there, and then they'll also have 2 beach, which is pretty standard. They're gonna throw a barb on the pit from the side of the defenders, just to be safe. I think it's not a bad idea if you have the extra barb to do it. It does look like, are they gonna kick this red door on Obs? Nah, there's no way. They're gonna floggle that. There's no way they kick barb. They could. That would be certainly unexpected for Arise, I'm sure, to rock up, and they have no torch. Do they even have a nade? Would they be forced to push through that barb? Use nade last. No, they do have it drawn out, so they do have a nade, actually. They do have a nade available. They have it placed on the map for bridge. Just no one has it in inventories yet.
It seems like they're planning on making it a floggle barb in Ops. Because as we all know, and I hope the new watchers already know as well, that barbs do get blown up by the door chargers and wall chargers.
Yeah, this is a harder floggle because of the double door. So you have to kind of react to which door they blow while you are running up in that smoke.
I did not see the extinguisher plant, but maybe it
I did see it thrown down by Ghetto.
Okay.
Ghetto has no gun. I just noticed. Ghetto was playing maybe to die for this barb, or just secondary shotgun. Yeah, there goes the barb down.
Is the barb
very
good?
nice. They might force that nade out. It is good, I think.
Yeah, I think so. I think they slowed it down. Zig, watching observation to see that other pick, he knows that there is some people playing up there, and we have a flash. We have Zig neutralizing Roach, still Ghetto playing with Nomad on that beach look, and Ghetto dying to Noon. Noon with Zig, very, very hard position, and we have attackers flooding into that Ops. Toxic holding from water, Photon and Nomad from behind the bomb. We have 2 smokes thrown by the attacking team. Toxic wasting Noon.
Shot.
Very, very good shot. Nomad on lacking. We have 2v3 situation. Brody pushed up. Photon died. Nomad died. Toxic with the mob. Will he be able to do it against Brody? Will they be able to win their first match? Chi on bomb, pushing into water, Brody on bomb, defusing, and we have a toxic push, and unfortunately or fortunately, it's a tie.
It is a tie. We go 6-6, game 1. Arise and KHAOS, a very balanced battle throughout. Wow, brilliant gameplay. That was really good. I really enjoyed that one. I'm looking forward to game 2. We get a whole nother one of these games.
That's so oh my days. It's so stressful, and it's so good to be able to see the 2 of the best teams playing against each other and tying the match. They went pretty good. The very similar plays from both of them on both sides. I am hyped, and I was being hyped throughout this whole game. Incredible plays from both of the sides. Good floggle barbs. Photon on Ingmar, Photon on Blacktar. I can't say more. Sometimes Arise pushed too slow, and it kind of made the round goes wrong. But good prep from both teams. I don't know. I honestly don't know who the second what the second score for the second map's gonna be.
Yeah,
What do you think?
It could go either way. It could go either way. Honestly, I think we could see another tie. I feel like of the two teams to really step it up now, I think Arise might be the one to potentially have their gameplay go up to the next level. Even still, after seeing what we have, I feel like Arise could just really lock in and dominate game 2. But KHAOS, of course, putting up a brilliant fight. As we're gonna go to break now between these two games. We will be back
DP.
for game 2.
Buy the game, guys.
Hashtag I love DP. Yeah, dueprocess.info while we're on break. Take a look at the game.
Yes. Yes, look, buy, and enjoy.
We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hello and welcome back to the Due Process League Rebooted. I'm still not joined still by Dynamic.
I'm still here.
Hanging out, getting ready to cast this an awesome game 2 between Arise and KHAOS. Game 1. Very, very close fought battle ending in a 6. Arise being taken to a near breaking point by KHAOS, which we have not seen yet. This is the first time we've seen Arise truly tested.
Yeah, you guys can guess what Photon's favorite weapon was, best weapon for this. I don't think there's any funny when I say Black Tarp, because that's his wife, that's his love, that's his life. We have some scores pulled up. Chi with the lowest damage, still KDA 11.62, 75% cast, very good, but the damage, I wonder why that is so low. On the other side,
the rest of her team was just doing so much. She didn't get the opportunity very often. Even with all the rest of her team breaking 1k damage, still having almost 900.
Yeah. Almost everybody except Chi and Nomad broke 1,000 damage, which is crazy. Nomad with 905 damage overall, 83% cast. On the other team, on Team KHAOS, Nomad needs to step up. I really need Nomad to step up. It's my, I wouldn't say favorite, but one of the best players I've ever seen with Toxic on weapons like long range mob saber. 5-10-5 with a 58% cast. KHAOS seems like their most their best players are Roachford and Ghetto.
That makes sense.
And Chi and Noon and Zig were lacking as well. Brody kind of fell down on this KDA tourney, but the games were really close, and some picks, they're unforgivable when it comes to teams playing on this high of a level.
Yeah. I do want to point out all of the best weapons across the board, nearly, there's one exception, are all attacker weapons. AP5, AP25, or Black Tar. Best weapons.
Yeah.
Except for Toxic. He's the only one who has a defense weapon as his best weapon, that being the KRU. Which I'm surprised, because there were a couple pretty nice mop rounds for Toxic.
Yeah.
Beautiful stats across the board. Roach taking most of those opening duels, along with Noon. Both winning only 2 of the ones they took.
We see some failed ones as well, but very balanced all over the board. I have chills thinking and talking about this. This is so amazing, so incredible, and the opportunity for us to cast this is so good.
That was close. I did not expect game 1 to be a tie. I'll tell you the truth. I expected Arise to take that one, and maybe KHAOS would step up game 2, but now we have the possibility of KHAOS winning this series, as we are getting close to entering game now.
KHAOS honestly shocked me with how they how well they tried, how well they saw the plans of Arise. I see from playing maybe the 10-mans, the upper queue, and the 10-mans in general, and screaming each other, kind of preps you for whatever plans the attackers and the defender on whatever team you're playing against is. But the preparation from KHAOS for Arise is so good that I honestly didn't think it's gonna be a tie. I honestly didn't think KHAOS could take the first match, but they did do so good, and it's so well planned out. And I'm just amazed by KHAOS playing so well as they do.
We are loading into game now. We're about to hop in. Here we are. But before this round starts, before we get any shots fired, Dynamic, who do you think is going to take this second game?
Well, I'm really hoping for KHAOS to finally... somebody has to finally take the crown away from Arise. Arise is such a powerful team against every team that's playing in this tournament. So I really would like somebody to finally conquer the gaming and finally win a game against Arise, because tying the game is already a huge accomplishment, but the win, I honestly want the KHAOS to win. Yeah. What about you?
I am predicting, I think, an Arise win. As regretfully as I say it, I think they are going to step up. Though, a 5-man push on this perch does normally spell disaster for the attacking squad. Though in their warm-up scrim, they did manage to take through perch. That was a close round. We'll see if that plays out here. I do want KHAOS to take this. I want everyone to see that gods can bleed. We'll see how this.
We're kind of biased, but
we are a little biased. I love KHAOS.
I love Arise as well. I love all the teams.
Cool, I guess.
But oh no, Nog, we have to stop the hater.
This can't be a hate cast. This has to be.
No. We can do a hate cast on my stream. The official one has to be love and cuteness and yes. You know,
praise of good gameplay instead of belittling bad gameplay.
Praise.
Ooh, wow! Noon had his ear taken off there. That was so close.
Almost.
A shot from Toxic.
Okay, and we have a blow. And we have a blow, and we have a fast push. We have a smoke being thrown and a nade. They see Ghetto being good molly from Ghetto, honestly. I don't know if Ghetto threw it. I think he did, but Chi prepping that flash. And they're in. Let's see. They're flooding in. Brody already taking Ghetto. Photon with a double kill on Arise. Sachi and Arise Noon lacking. Oh, the action is so fast. 2v2. Nomad losing some HP. Zig very low. Zig dying to Toxic. And it's Brody versus Toxic and Nomad. Will he be able to clutch it up? 1v2. We have some shots. We have Nomad peeking up. Toxic with a missed shot from that mob.
You got him.
Brody trying to get his pick, but the game, the round goes to KHAOS with a Toxic kill on that mob.
Like I said, that perch is just so hard to push through as an attacker.
They had a good chance. They were really,
they did have a good
close.
Chance, but there were a couple key frags that they didn't quite get, and there was a Photon whipped out the LS, knocked some guy down from across that sort of jungle area with that gun. Very nice to see the LS coming out.
Yeah, I did not realize how Zig got so low on HP, but that was probably a bad timing, bad thing to happen, because he could be helping Brody on that 2v2. Well,
I think it was a fight against Nomad that Zig didn't quite win. He got quite low from that. We're moving on to Praetorian Vox now. KHAOS again this game has double attack, so we will get to see a Rise double defense once more. But on this bank, KHAOS is still defending. Vault kind of sandwiched in between security, counting there, a double entrance on this guy. Button in that teller. It is a little bit difficult to get to through that. There's only one way in that teller, so having someone sit up in manager with a knack, or Dawn even spraying down towards that green door they have to push through to get to that button is very, very nice. I like the barb placements as well. They're going to throw one on green door and then one immediately next to it. Pretty much on that teller door as well. This will be pretty hard for the attackers, I think, with this setup, especially if they're going all entrance. It kind of seems like that is what KHAOS is most prepped for, and Zig taking a shotgun, I feel like does not bode too well for his range capabilities. I guess you kind of need it. It's so hard to kick that teller door, I suppose.
We sometimes see on this map blowing on accounting, but they are going for a full push of entrance. Entrance is opened and is barbed. Ghetto and Photon in hall, already taking their first shots.
Yeah, they didn't bring a nade, so they have to torch this.
They are torching
Molly on
Brody,
like
Brody with a good shield. Toxic trying to peek, he smoked off, but he pushed through that, so he took the shot on Lacking dead, and Brody very, very low. They're still holding harsh on that. Toxic with another kill. What is he doing?
That was close.
And he got taken down by Brody. Noon against Ghetto. Ghetto losing that duel. Brody still low. Noon very, very low on both low on HP. It's 3v3. Roach holding security. Nomad with Photon waiting on that opening of the vault. And we have a pressed button.
The vault now open. Good kill on the Brody.
They are trying to push through loans. Zig and Noon pushing through loans to Nomad. Nomad getting some shots. Photon pushing up to loans. Zig versus Nomad.
Yeah.
Zig trying to get inside that manager. Nobody's holding the manager door though. Oh, never mind. There was Roach holding that, but Roach is back in security, and Noon taking that.
Wow.
Oh, and another round for KHAOS. How do you feel about that with your prediction?
Really well played. Yeah, my prediction certainly going out the window. I mean, KHAOS is a very defensive-sided team, so I don't want to say very defensive-sided team. They are, of course, good on attack as well, but defense.
They're just defensive.
Position, yeah. They were at Noon and Brody both had like one bullet, maybe two, that they could take before going down in that 3v3 situation at the end of the round. They had Torch that they were forced to kind of open these doors with because kicking them like would lead to basically an immediate death. Noon got caught shortly after kicking a door and was taken down at the end there. Photon with a 2K. I think he got both of them at the end to finish off the round.
I saw
charge,
Toxic.
Like,
I saw
Rise.
Toxic in chat messaging, "You're not ready for this mob masterclass I'm about to pull. The Kuko has been consumed," and he did not lie.
Toxic is the mopper.
He is the mopper.
As far as I am concerned, the sniper even. We're going a 3-2 split double blow for the side of the Arise here. Bomb is centered in that storefront, and kind of pushing onto it from both sides is going to make it very hard for the defenders to play in storefront at all, really. They could try and hold freezer. It looks like there will not be too much storage play from the attackers, so the defenders might be able to play in storage to slow a freezer blow. There is a good position in liquor that you can spam through with a knack or dawn to get some damage onto the guys in freezer.
Usually this map is played with bathroom doors open to prep for arcade push, but
yeah, that is true too. You could get a nice angle from bathroom. Actually, it looks like there is sort of a little fridge unit in the middle of storefront there that will block bathroom view to freezer, unfortunately, for that position. But that corner smoke for arcade is going to be nice to shut off a good long angle that they could potentially have. Ingmar in Photon's hands. We got 3 AKs coming out and a knack, so lots and lots of damage on the defensive side of this round. 2 black tars in the hands of the attackers means that they will have a good range advantage.
We have
but
3
maybe
AKs
Photon,
again?
and yes, they do. They are
3 AKs and
they
knock and an
are
Ingmar.
living in abundance, this Arise team, with their weapon selection at the moment. In execution, I will get to this breach charge in just a moment. First one going down to open.
And
probably gonna be some slow play.
the charge is blown on that freezer door. We have a 2v2 entrance blown. People flooding into freezer. They are mollied off though. Same with entrance. Good molly slowing them down. Toxic up close an entrance with a knock. Zig already in storage with Noon. They are not pushing yet. Brody was taken down by Toxic, Lacking, and Chi with 2 kills. Now Noon versus Teller people. Noon being taken down. Zig alone with a shotgun. The Nomad versus Chi, and Chi loses it. I think it's gonna be another round for KHAOS again. If Zig can clutch it up, I'm gonna be. That's to say, if Zig's gonna clutch it up, I'm gonna be surprised. But he did not clutch that up. I think the morale in morale in the Rise team is very, very down after that tie.
Yeah, that's a rough first 3 for Arise too. I mean, now KHAOS just has the momentum going to the attacker side. They've seen all the defensive maps, or they've seen all the maps from the defensive side, so they can attack with a little bit more knowledge, though I'm sure they've already played all of these maps. We're back on this Supremacy Fortuna. We'll see if they go Perch. Dynamic, you want to break this one down for us?
Of course. We do see prep from Ghetto. He drew some lines and he erased them. We have a barb anyway placed down there. It seems like Perch, Stairs and Perch is going to be played by the defenders. We have a barb in observations as well. We have a molly prepped for Perch. We do see some roach drawings for the Perch downside. Ghetto circling ruins, top ruins, and stairs. Erasing those drawings, Roach making their point. I think they're trying to see how the defenders can defend the Perch if they were to push it. And I think we're gonna have a defensive approach a little bit from the attacker's side. They're gonna smoke the Perch and they will try to push it anyway, even though this is a very harsh map to go for us attacking team on Perch. I have never seen anybody go beach to pit though, which is everybody just goes for the Perch push, which is very interesting.
Like people really like the Perch push. I personally don't. I mean, every time it's so hard to win this map on attacking side regardless of the plan. I feel like it's just such a defender sided map that
well, we have some preparation on base for anyway if they try to push it. We don't know how many people will push Perch. I think it's gonna be a full on, but I was wrong.
Kicking.
Oh, maybe?
Kicking, but someone might die for this. Ooh, Ghetto taking a lot of damage. Photon touched a little as well, but doesn't look like they are actually going base. Noon will draw some attention. Or they'll draw some attention from Noon here. Looks like that smoke kind of failed. It's not quite what they wanted. I think they were trying to get it in that corner where Sachi was playing. But that works just as well. They're taking space here, so they're in. Ghetto going down. He was pretty low already. No damage onto the defense so far. Kind of a stall here from the attacker side. They only have 1 flash left. So this is going to be a really tough push. Roach has got to throw this flash, place it phenomenally for them to get lots of use out of it. Here it comes. See how well it is. Yeah, maybe they'll get 3. There's a fight onto Lacking. Oh, Roach getting 2 after throwing that flash. That second one was very close. Ooh, this is attackers might have this. 2v1, Noon full HP with the Igmar. takes down one. Photon low, just a couple shots from the Igmar will do it. And he does manage to close out the round. Well played by Noon.
We have a first round score for a
kills.
Rise on this second map.
That Barb on that bridge made it so hard to swing that Igmar. I think there might have been an opportunity for one of them to rotate around back onto Perch to get a crossfire into bomb site there, but I don't know if they felt like they had enough time or not. They were playing quite slow there. Yeah, like you said, Rise does get their first round.
The surprising 2K from Roach, he was almost dead when he killed that second person.
Yeah, that was a very good second kill from Roach.
Yeah. We already have 2 bar placed, hall and entrance. Cheat rowing. I think they're gonna plan for somebody to play bathroom if there was a barb on that free door, on that blue door. Should I call it an arch?
Blue door, I think, is...
It's open.
Arch is correct. Yeah.
Okay. So we have a 4 barbs on this map. One accounting, one manager, arch, and then we have a hall and an entrance planned. But far hall. I think they might plan to be playing vault. More than holding the teller button, and I don't see anybody planned to play bathroom anymore unless they change their mind and they will actually put somebody in bathroom. But the whole barb is so far pushed ahead that I don't think they're gonna risk it.
Yeah, they aren't playing a barb south of teller also, it looks like. They're just gonna throw an entrance, just gonna throw in North Hall.
It seems like Zig wants to be the one to throw the entrance molly. I think they want to double molly it to be able to stop the push.
Yeah, having 2 mollies there would slow them down a lot, especially after the first one goes down. They'll play through pretty quickly after it expires, I imagine, when flashing come down. So you could split the team with a second molly there and give yourself a lot of early damage on the attack if that works out. 1 AK coming out on this map. 2 Grubers, both of them. Brody and Sachi taking those. Noon on the Igmar. Unless that's an Igmar. And of course the Knack. My beloved. Here as well. First Molly. About to be thrown. Looks like they're trying to torch this. Zig is waiting for the torch to start before the Molly comes out. Yeah, that's a good Molly. Lots of damage.
That's a very good
Had
Molly.
3 of them with that Molly, I think. Roach.
Yeah.
Almost half HP. Ghetto. Probably taking about a little bit more than 30. Toxic is about the same. Interesting flash there. Maybe to try and stop a second Molly coming out while torching. But the defenders have fully pulled back from this entrance. The attackers do not need to play as slow as they are. On the Saber. I didn't notice they had the Saber here, actually. So they'll be watching this manager from long angle. He might end up taking down Noon. No, doesn't look like it. He did take a lot of damage, too. Vault is open, and they'll play through security, I imagine. There's just the one guy in servers, Sachi. She's kind of on her own, separated from the rest of the team, actually, so... Viking has moved around, I think, to join.
I think she's
still
left
slow
alone.
Movement from the attacking side. No one. Oh, there goes the first death. Actually, while I was about to say it, Zig does fall down.
20 seconds on the
have to get on bomb pretty quick here. Honestly, think one of them should just be holding it. Looks like Lacking might have hit a little bit of a lag spike there, taken down by Roach. They should be holding this right now. Noon doesn't have an angle. Gotta push in. Oh my gosh. Brody killed 2. There we go. Brody ended up taking down Noon there, I think, as well.
Another round for KHAOS.
Yeah, very well played by KHAOS. That means that they are, 4-1. KHAOS, man, KHAOS. You're killing it right now. Arise just cannot
crazy.
handle the hot fire of this chaotic squad.
Haha. Everybody laugh.
Yeah, you weren't. Yeah, you know, at least a convincing fake laugh would have been.
You're such a jokester. No.
Ha ha ha. Yeah,
Oh.
thanks. Yeah. Okay, we're going to another map now. 6th round. Exit linebacker. You talk about this one.
I talk about this? Okay. So, we do seem to have an arcade plan, an entrance plan. The defenders will put a barb liquor. So I think KHAOS is preparing for whatever I was talking about before, but they actually are thinking about not blowing entrance, but blowing into the bathroom for the button, maybe?
Yeah, they do
Maybe
have
they...
power?
Yeah, maybe they're thinking about
hit
pushing
that.
from both sides to squish them through teller, to push them out to storefront, because it's so open that there's not many spaces to like hide. And they would have control on teller, so they could hold it better.
If they
It
are
seems
playing
like
this
that's what they're planning.
plan, yeah, they're gonna have to get that teller button, I think. Oh, there's a torch being placed entrance, so that'll help them out a lot, actually.
Yeah. Toxic took that KR.
Oh, he did.
Yeah. They picked it up.
Very powerful.
Zig is playing with an auto shotty. I
Last
wonder
time
what his
talked
positioning it will be.
to Zig, he did say that he loves that gun. It was his child, effectively, until it was.
Do you, is it a child or is it my beloved?
No, it's a different kind of thing. I think it's like, Zigolo loves the auto shotty like a father loves a son. You know.
I see. Fatherly love. Couldn't be any
Playing towards
better.
entrance, which will be good. Zigolo might move. Oh, there goes the wall. Down very fast. They're playing this so quick. Wow, Ghetto already in teller. Oh my gosh. 3 going down 4. Oh, wow. 2 team kills. Trading back. Oh my gosh, this round's over. Almost. Noon with the knack. 2v1. It's doable. Toxic very low. Just 1 bullet will take him out. It's actually a pretty scary position for the attackers. Such an explosion to start this round, and now it's so quiet. Toxic being a little sneaky guy, gonna start this defuse, which is a good call. Get that very low person on it. Ooh, almost spammed, actually. Taken out. Scary. Photon with the trade there. They both were very low at the end. Noon had the opportunity to get 2, it seemed like, but...
That was such a fast round. I wasn't prepared for that, honestly.
Such a fast round. That was like 6... No, more than that. 7,
The 2
I think,
team kills.
died in like 2 seconds or something like that. It was crazy.
Yeah, the 2 team kills, very fast paced round. They weren't prepped for it. It's very low amount of, like, not much space in tellers and in bathroom. So they were pretty compacted. So it was crazy.
It was crazy. And now we're 5-1 in the favor of KHAOS playing against Rise. Rise needs to really step up. I mean, if they want to prevent a tie, they need to win 6 rounds in a row.
Well, it's doable for Arise. I just wonder if they are in the moods. If their moods are down so bad, I don't know if they can. They have to like lock in. They have to be like, hey, guys, we need to win this. We can't be taken by KHAOS.
Yeah, it is a new half, so they'll hopefully they get a good mental reset now. They have all their utility back. They can say, hey, that was a good casual game we just played of 6 rounds. Excited for this next new
We have
game
some drawings
of
on the
additional
map.
6 rounds. Yeah,
I think
that's a funny little guy. That looks
I think it's a
bird-esque.
Pac-Man.
Oh, that is a tongue. It looks like a crooked beak to me for a moment. Oh, it's
It does
biting
seem like
the
he wants to lick
long-
that ball.
Yeah. He's trying to get in, it seems like. Which, I think.
Which?
Like the... Is that a reverse question mark? That was crazy. That was crazy that we just saw.
The production's tripping.
No, that was impressive. He did it like it was normal. Let's see. I think I'm on color at the moment. I need to.
we can do whatever you want, honestly.
Yeah, I'm cool with hitting the color again. We're gonna wall charge into sight from the side of KHAOS, looking kind of fun, I will say.
There is a
Corner
smoke place
nice
already
one.
on construction.
Wow.
There are shots taken. Zig down. Toxic low and on HP. He's half. Photon took a little bit of damage. They did torch it out.
That was very close.
Are we having? Yeah.
They almost left the wall outside of that patio section.
Fortunately, Photon with the
thankfully-
clutch. Yeah.
Yeah, Photon thankfully had not dropped yet, so they were able to still bring that.
Liking trying to score some shots through that wall, but did not succeed. Still 4v5. We have 1:20 on the clock. We are going to have the torch on the barb at the entrance of the club. And we have flashes, and they are in the club. Everybody's in club and in bar. The defenders are pushed into, and we have a blow, and we have 1 kill. Roach with 2 kills. Photon taking his 2k. Roach with a 3k, and we have another round for KHAOS.
6-1 now for KHAOS. Arise in such a delicate position. 6 in a row. 5 in a row, I suppose I should say. They have to win now to just tie the game. KHAOS might take this in such an unexpected upset. KHAOS just playing so well. Arise, seems like they're kind of fumbling a little bit. They're getting caught up in their heads. The momentum is not on their side. Their mental seems to just be struggling. I don't know. A Rise prediction by me is looking like a fool. I'm looking like a fool now. KHAOS really showing up today. Wow.
Well, when the entrance for that map was a little slower. Then when they started going in and flooding into that rooms and to that bar and to that and they placed the wall charge, and they were immediately after that wall charge they did the Arise. They pushed through like Arise usually does. When they blow, there's usually an action right after. They don't care if the molly's being thrown. They don't care about anything. It's usually like that. So it's really nice to see KHAOS using that strat to push in and take Arise by surprise.
Nice. And she's not a rapper. I'm curious where or KHAOS rather is going to decide to go, because they did use that wall charge. Doc does seem pretty nice of a blow for the attacking side. Bomb kind of centered near those catwalks makes it so hard to take from the north side of the map. So we might even see a... Is that storage? Is that what that word is down there? Yeah, storage.
Storage, yeah, it is storage.
We might see a storage blow or something. They could, like, I mean, KHAOS could try to green this and maybe play potentially a double charge next round if they lose this one. It doesn't look like they are planning to door charge anything. Office wouldn't be too bad either of a blow. But again, it looks like they're going to try and do this full green. They want to do a smoke push. They're going to rush through those smokes, maybe get on bomb right away. Do they have... For a second, it looked like they had all 4 down, but it looks like they might only have 3 that they're planning on throwing. This is a nice little switch up. There's not a whole lot of smoke tunneling or smoke trailing that happens from attackers, especially against better teams. Sometimes there'll be a molly that'll be quickly thrown down and just spam from a lot of these
pretty good players you can kind of predict their movement and speed and get tracking on them even if you can't see them through those smokes. But I'm gonna execute now. No charges brought out. There's a molly in the hands of Ghetto, and Ghetto has been on fire this game for sure.
Yeah. Toxic with a nade in his hands. We have a kick on that green door servers. Brody prepped for that push. Toxic with a failed shot. Oh, actually, it's Noon. I'm so sorry.
He did tag Photon there, actually. He did get a body on Photon. So Photon.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Okay. I really want Arise to win this one, only because it would be sad to see 7-1. Brody with a kill on Roach and another on Nomad. Ghetto retaking Chi. Zig dying from Ghetto. Ghetto with a 2k. And we have a second round for Arise. What did I just say? I would like for it to be a 2-7, if anything. Maybe Arise will want to be coming back on that. Oh my days. This match. I don't know even what to say. It's so crazy. So emotional.
I think they did get that grenade thrown from the side of KHAOS. So on this last defensive round for Rise, they will not have that grenade to throw back at them. This is a double charge map. Well, they have the one charge, so that's pretty nice. Of course, they could play with that door down on the side of a Rise. Well, actually, I don't know if you can kick that now that I'm thinking about it. You might not be able to. You can't get to that base, but it would be a solid kick. Normally putting a barb there spells disaster because they can just blow it with the charge into castle. And this pit charge is also good because you can get control of power and turn it back on if you want. Normally defenders will play with the power off so that you can't just press the button on beach to open this castle door. We'll see if there's a pivot from that. This is expected from 2 charges here. This castle split with the pit here. Need deep in pit. They might switch that up to a little bit closer. I do like the barb placement on that deep castle. They'll get a long angle from one of the smaller perches there with maybe a mop or Ingmar or something to watch that barb as attackers are trying to climb up those steps.
I think Irise is prepping well for that castle take. I don't know if they're gonna play with the lights off and pit. I think they should. That's what we usually do on these maps. On those maps with castle.
It's good too, because then if they don't play with the power off here, then KHAOS can just press the button to open that castle door and play in.
Yeah, they wouldn't have to use the charge then.
Which would let them charge out of castle, which would get rid of a barb that would be is very crucial to this defensive plan.
I only see one charge in KHAOS hands. I think they only
was already placed,
to be placed on.
Yeah, this guys are cool.
We have so we have a door clacked already with a molly baited out. It didn't hit anybody, but they did slow it down. Toxic with a saber, just chilling on that beach. Beach is also mollied off right now, currently off the screen. With Photon and Toxic already pushing in. They did blow the castle door, and now somebody sitting in castle is pushed from both sides. The flashes is prepped in Ghetto's hands, and we will have a push for that castle.
Molly, clean.
Nomad dying from Noon. Noon sitting in there. They mollied it off so that the attackers couldn't walk in. We have castle conquered by Roach and Photon. Roach and Ghetto right now in pit, trying to push the upper ruins. Toxic Photon on base. They just dropped by. And it's 4v4, 4v3, because Toxic just took Noon. Noon hiding behind those rocks. Brody as well. Maybe he will be able to take Toxic out, but I'm not sure. Roach taking Zig, Zig taking Ghetto before. And Lacking taking Roach. Photon with a kill on Lacking, and Brody with that shot. Will he be able to kill Photon, or will Photon kill Brody and win this whole match? Photon upper ruins, Brody still in base.
I think they do know where each other are for the most part. Toxic must. Or Photon, rather.
Brody knows Photon is defusing right now. Doesn't know from where, but he's trying to stick it. And Photon is able to clutch this and win this round.
Ow.
And he takes and KHAOS takes against Arise. We have a first match tie and second match win for KHAOS.
I don't think anyone expected KHAOS to beat Arise 7-2 in the second game. Oh my gosh, maybe Dynamic did, saying or KHAOS was their prediction for that second game. Man, such
I talked to Photon
phenomenal
beforehand.
gameplay from KHAOS. Holy moly, even without Tommy, who's like normally such a strong gunner on that team. I guess Roach was there, really doing a lot of damage. It felt like he did great both games. Game 1 he
I
topped
talked
the
to
board.
Photon
Game 2, I feel like
beforehand.
he won the game.
And he was not into winning. I was like, Photon, you guys have to win. I'm rooting for you. I want somebody to finally take Arise. And he's like, well, we don't have Tommy, so I don't know. We don't have a warm-up scrim, so I don't know. And now we can see that they did take it. They did take it, and it was such an incredible play from KHAOS against Arise. Incredible.
They didn't need that warm-up scrim. They were already feeling hot on the side of KHAOS. Man, 7-2 is just absurd. Against Arise.
Against
and KHAOS.
Arise.
That was beautiful gameplay. Arise, I think for Arise at least, this is gonna be such a good VOD review too. To be able to come back and watch this game.
I think
both of these teams.
Yeah, I think
are
KHAOS
definitely-
should come in and watch this just so they can stroke their ego a little bit, being like,
Yes,
"Hey, we
I
did
agree.
it. Now we can have an actual chance of winning stuff in this tournament." I think KHAOS and Arise both very, very heavy teams, very, 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 very good play styles, very similar to each other.
The battle for first heats up now
Yeah.
with Arise beating, or sorry, the opposite, KHAOS beating Arise.
We're so used to saying the opposite,
some
but
more.
now it's
I know.
weird.
So I know. I feel like I should be saying Arise once 7-2, but it's the opposite. It's so unexpected. Man, this battle for first is gonna be fun. I just can't even wait for playoffs already. Seeing such a brilliant 2v2 game, best of 2 series between these two teams. Oh my gosh, it's beautiful. You might get some stats talk for the next round, next match, but I think we're gonna go to break for now.
Yeah.
We'll see you back
See you
in a
guys
few
soon.
moments for second series of the day.
Buy the game.
Welcome back, folks, to the Due Process League. And after that past best of 2 dynamic, I think that this in fact will affect the tier list. KHAOS beating the upper team of Arise, now evening up the skill gap between what we thought would be a team that was almost unbreakable in the Swiss stage to now showing that gods in fact can bleed, and that KHAOS might be joining them in that top 1 position. My name is Fellow, joined here by Dynamic, like I already mentioned. And now we've got a new best of 2 matchup. It's Goopenstine versus Chrome Trigger and Flogel's team of Cave Dummies. Let's see if they can break those two sticks together and make a fire matchup today against Goopenstine. How are you feeling going into this best of 2?
Well, first of all, I predicted that KHAOS win, but I think Cave Dummies and Goopenstine, they're very, very new teams. Although Cave Dummies is made out of people that already played the game for the longest time. We have Flogel, which Flogel Barb is named after. We have Chrome. We have Matus, and that he played in Momentum team when Voxel was still playing the game. We have Timber. So we have 3 people from Poland playing on the team. We have a Flogel and Chrome. Also, Goopenstein, I have not had much time to spend with the boys and the girls, but from what I heard, they're pretty okay when it comes to skill level.
They've shown a lot of improvement. They're not necessarily new players on a new team, but this team has only been around since either I don't even think they played during the preseason tournament. I think they've been brand spanking new for the Due Process League, but some of these names, if you've played a lot of Due Process recently might ring a bell. You've got Hyped, Equinox, Magnum, Nidrew, and Wartime General. These are people I've played in ranked a bajillion times. I played on game day against them on Team Tempo where we beat them, but since that first week of competition, they've improved quite a lot, whereas Cave Dummies, they may have not had as much success in their first week, but they did also play up against a tougher competition of Arise. So I'm theorizing that they'll win today, but again, since Goopenstine, they've got veteran players that know how Due Process works. I think they could give Cave Dummies a run for their money, like you mentioned, their roster being Chrome Trigger, Macius, Tim from Poland, Sosic, and Flogel. A great lineup, to say the least. I'm kind of hoping that we actually see some mopping as well today from Tim, since that's what he's been doing a lot in 10-mans recently, Dynamic.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bet for Cave Dummies only because I already know that they played a lot of gaming before. Goopenstine, for me, new players, not recently new, but for me, like pretty new to the game still. But from what I've been informed, we already have players in the game, so we'll be joining them really shortly. It's a fast queue for the players, but it's nice. We can get into the mood, into the groove.
Get into the mood. How do you get in the mood to play Due Process, Dynamic? Is it like, do you just wake up, crack a dawn, and just boot up the PC and get right into gaming? Is there like a pre-game ritual before an intense Frogs match for Due Process?
You just wake up and you feel it, you know. I heart DP. You guys buy the game, enjoy the game, play with us.
I'm trying to remember how I turn off my camera. I know there's a button for it on OBS, but whatever. I'll figure that out later. I'm sure
right.
I'm sure it's not that important. But regardless, starting out on Bank.
Yeah, we have a prep for entrance from the Defender team. I personally would play accounting as well. It's very, very harsh for entrance because of the teller outlook and accounting outlook. So getting accounting and entrance at the same time will make people leave out of from accounting because the button is there. There will be probably a hold strong from manager that both sides are prepped for already. But we will have a loans blow, seems like. So they will do a fast servers to manager to accounting for the press of the button. They might be somebody playing entrance to go through accounting, so they will be squished into that manager and security looking from the plan of the attackers for right now. What do you think, fellow?
As I say, I think we've seen this bank quite a lot recently. I've played on it countless times. You know, blowing accounting is not horrendous, but you don't get a lot of, you know, differential value from it compared to like just going through the green door of entrance. You get more map control by clearing out lobby. It only takes one or two smokes to get rid of these teller positions or security angles that you might deem problematic. And then once you push through that green barbed wire, you just set yourself up in accounting, get button control, and that's where the power of blowing loans comes into play, because now you have this cutoff that looks directly into the vault and you can just barrel your way into the bomb without really having to clear through those power spots like server and manager, for example. But already a bit of utility dumped in early, removing this barbed wire, that first line of defense in terms of utility for Goopenstine and Chrome Trigger. Flash in hand, waiting to huck it out to get rid of this teller spot. But it seems like Equinox, hearing this red door blow, will instead pivot back to hold that crossfire, stopping anyone from clearing in through that red breach. A smoke deployed as well in through accounting, which Nidrew is able to just narrowly skid past, playing close on this open breach. Flashes come out. There's the initial entry here for Cave Dummies, and Flogel barreling past the flash shuts down the accounting pressure, and they're already getting their way inside of security. Hype, terrified, is looking to get out. Magnum follows suit on the deathbed. Now a 5 versus 3 for Cave Dummies as they continue to put down the hurt against Goopenstine, unable to trade, unable to slow down Cave Dummies. It seems like the servers are being more problematic here for the offense, as Flogel is just doing the moonwalk in accounting, giving Hype his first kill of this series, putting us in a 1 versus 4, and that shotgun nerf kicking him in the rear as Chrome Trigger finds the third and final kill of this round. Cave Dummies, a pretty strong start here on Bank, Dynamic.
Yeah, that's 3k from a Chrome. Very harsh on the defenders. I wonder what happens to Floggo. Did he have like a stutter? Is his game lagging? I'm not sure, but he was indeed moonwalking into that into that bookcase or
Gonna
that
get
shelf.
Clacker? Guys, Clacker? Hello?
No,
No? They don't need it. They don't need it.
They
All
don't
good.
need it. They don't need it.
They're so confident that they're not going to lose any rounds in this first quarter. They're like, one Clacker's enough. We're good. We're chilling.
Yeah, they're like, maybe we can just green door on Dome. And we have the most hated map, Mighty Box, with the lockers. People do the funny lockers and downwards wall charge. But seems like they will be doing patio to torch the window or go through the arch to crates and through hall. That's a long way around, but that's what Floggle is planning, and wall charge put down on the little closet and deleted. We have 3 barbs placed, one in hall, one in the little closet, and one on reception to construction door. What
I
is...
think someone's typing loser in the bottom. Maybe saying loser
Yeah, that was
below, loser
Floggo.
breach. Yeah, I couldn't read the bottom word of that.
Yeah,
but it's pretty
I
funny.
couldn't either, but loser was visible. It was pretty visible. We have a hater in chat. It's Floggle. Also, Tim just said hi on the right side up.
Yeah, shout out Tim from Poland. I would say
Shout out
number 1
Tim.
Polish player, but that is not true. We have that person in the commentary booth with us. At least number 1 mopper from Poland. That can be guaranteed.
Thank you. Tim is also a very good sniper guy. I don't know if you know,
Where's the nuke?
but that is very true. So we have 4 barbs actually on this map. One in locker being placed, being planted, but I don't know if it's gonna be placed. We'll see. I think so. I think they're gonna place this barb, but it might be a dynamic barb, how Nog calls it. But I was
What is a
pretty
dynamic
hated.
barb? Is
I
it
was
like just a
pretty hated.
rotational barb, or
It's
are
a
they calling
rotational
out
barb.
You? Okay. I thought it was like dynamic likes to do this kind of barb play, and that's why we call it that. I see.
No, but somebody made a joke that it would be the worst barb because it's dynamic called. So
Damn, that is just rude.
a bunch
Rude
of
awakening there
haters.
from Magnum as well. Oh my god. Flogel just wasted 0 time clearing pillar. That is I'd say a well-known rat spot just because this map has been played a lot recently. It's good to have someone play reception than another person by pillar as like a nice crossfire or tag team for the defense to get some early damage against Argus, but not having anyone to back up Magnum, he was kind of a sitting duck there. There is a response though, I believe by Equinox to get a trade with that auto shotgun, but they're now desperately low on HP, backpedaling inside of lockers, and with the GAT, good god, Dot Hype racks up another. And now the offense kind of suffocating inside of Hall as they can't make any more coverage in this round. I'm quite shocked that Dot Hype was not really dealt with correctly. He might have been able to dodge some flashes there, or no one could play off of the aggressive play from crates. And it seems like Goopenstine are going to be able to equalize unless Timber can pull out the 1v4. There are 2 players low, that being Equinox with the auto shotgun, Dot Hyped just around the corner with the knack as well. I believe they're still playing close by from crates, although I could be wrong. Yeah, it seems like they're still ratting over by crates. That could be a potential flank if Tim is able to deal some damage here in these final 40 seconds, which again, not too much time for Tim to secure this 4K and defuse that bomb, needing 10 total. And yep, barreling through the office choke point. He gives back the short AK, and Goopenstine will tie us up 1-1.
Wartime General looked like he just locked head onto that. I'm considering an aim hack. What the heck was that play? Did you see how fast it was?
Yeah, he was ready for it. I guess he heard him rotate through con and was like, I got this, don't worry. He's not getting the bomb, I'll handle it. We've got Mr. Business on the enemy team, it seems. Or I guess on Team Goopenstine. There are no enemies in the commentary booth. We favor everyone. I was gonna make a joke, but I couldn't think of anyone to hate. Oh, I guess Sachi. They advertise SeatGeek too much. That's not one of our official due process sponsors, so we have to. We've got to reevaluate that one for sure. Moving on to this round, though, the fact that they did not use any breach for KHAOS, a lot of teams favoring to go full free, it seems, in the current meta for KHAOS. Looks like they'll go to double blow here, Dynamic. What else do you think is a good place to blow from besides castle?
Well, I don't think jungle is a particularly good place to blow because of the castle lookout on that jungle door. They are prepping for it, though. We see a 3-2 push split. 2 pit, 3 beach. Maybe they will be a rotational. They just blow pit to C and to hold castle, and they will rotate beach. Seems like they will be blowing castle door with a wall charge. But Goopenstine prepping double barb for that jungle door. I wonder why they think what they think would be good, what they think would the blow on jungle give to the enemy team. They are seeming to very much enjoying this, so maybe they will be playing this when they will be on the attacking side.
I'm definitely a fan of the pit blow. I rarely see it in game. Most teams like to go for jungle, which is probably why there are 2 barbed wires placed by that red door. It is a strong take if you can quickly get from that red door into upper ruins, clearing out those power spots where the Mop or the Ingmar player likes to rest, as you can watch over all of beach and still get some angles through the pit double door, through castle. It's just overall a good position to have your long range defenders holding. But going through pit, it eliminates any defender presence from this area of the map. It stops a lot of crossfires that could help a castle player live a hell of a lot longer. So overall, it makes clearing castle much easier for cave dummies. And once they get castle, it also makes clearing those deep ruin angles 10 times easier for the attack as well. But Tim, off the bat, eliminated by Wartime General. They haven't blown castle yet, so he's able to take that 1-for-1 gunfight by the red door and slowing down cave dummies tremendously. Luckily, there are some mollies to play off of that barbed wire, and so far, Goopenstine are holding their own against cave dummies. Macius does end up finding one on top beach, I believe getting rid of one of the Ingmar players, if not the Mopper. No, they're both still intact. It was Magnum instead with, I believe, a mid-range gun, a second flash to follow up, but no utility to get rid of this barbed wire, so this crossfire will remain potent as ever. 2 defenders holding down castle like their life depends on it, leaving just Sosik and Flogel outside. Wondering what to do in terms of getting inside of castle. They still have Equinox to deal with, who's got that auto shotgun close quarters and the long range capabilities of the big AK by Wartime General. Not really much left to be done here for cave dummies, except maybe giving up this castle contention, but it's still such a nightmare to try to play only from beach to get onto that bomb, not even knowing if there's anyone playing by those deep ruin positions as well. It seems like Goopenstine, they're just playing for time here. They've only got to burn out 30 more seconds before taking this 2-to-1 quarter, forcing the hand of cave dummies to make a move that no one's really comfortable with, as Flogel drops down from base. Sosik finishing off Equinox, but Wartime General just jumps through the door and instantly finds that trade, leaving just Flogel alone on beach, not having much time to even threaten a bomb defuse as we go past the 10-second threshold. Forfeiting this round in the favor of Goopenstine as they wait for the seconds to burn down. That compensation kill being collected by Nidru on the Ingmar. What a great start so far from what we would assume to be the underdogs in this series.
Well, yeah, it was a good flash from cave dummies on Equinox, but good defense from Wartime General gave Wartime some kills and defended for a longest time Equinox from that. Good positioning, but Sosik did get a kill. Flogel seems to be having issues and lagging real hard, especially from what we did see in accounting beforehand and in this round when the saber was really hard for him to to get a handle on. But we're now back in bank. We see a counting blow from Goopenstine.
It's, you know, I don't know how you'd actually want to pronounce it. It looks like it's spelt Goopenstein. So I call them Goopenstein because it sounds really funny. It's like It's like Frankenstein's monster, but just turned into like something far worse. It's turned into the slime crew.
Yeah,
So,
in Poland,
really funny.
Frankenstein is it's because it's from German language, right? We call it Frankenstein. So that's why I'm inclined to call Goopenstine. We do have a blow in accounting entrance barb, 2 barbs in accounting, probably gonna be holding from security and manager. They seem like they're favoring, it seems like they're favoring accounting and button hold. We do have a split 3-2 from the attackers. We do have a kitty drawing, I think, from Tim as well on the map. It is nice to see the Polish players being in one team, collected together, almost all of them. And so I'm pretty hoping Cave Dummies will take it.
I'm surprised that Goopenstein's gonna nade this free barb, going accounting. I feel like it eliminates the reason to go in through free. Could maybe save that nade for button, since a lot of defenders like to put barbed wire around that position, maybe have someone rat with the auto shotgun by accounting. But if you didn't know, most of the tables / like shelving units in this part of the map are penetrable. Most of them are just made out of wood, so an AP-25 can clear out any rat spot with a simple wall bang. If you didn't know that, now you do. So playing an accounting proper can be a challenge. Beautiful shot though by Sosik. Playing over my manager, just spots a pixel of Wartime General and is looking for another, but loses a lot of HP in the process, forcing Chrome Trigger to get aggressive. But there's one attacker on each set of barbed wire. They've got a nice cross denying that aggression, but a lot of damage has been dealt here, favoring Cave Dummies. Both Nidru and Magnum are pretty low in HP, around 20 to 30 health each, so one shot from almost any gun would put them 6 feet under. They've got mostly Hyped, who can lead the charge here, and now they're the ones who are dead, but they've got bomb control, and the button's been pressed. Can they get in time to stop this? They can, but he's looking the wrong way. Sosik shut down by Magnum, and there's no chance for Macius to stop this defuse. How have Cave Dummies managed to get button control and sneak their way into the vault on such low HP?
Goopenstine crazy play on that. Magnum with a defuse. Maciuś, the last one standing from Cave Dummies, was unable to do anything. Honestly, I would rather keep him closed out of there than opening the vault back up to just die to that. But oh man, that's all I'm gonna say. And Goopenstine is looking really good for winning this first match. Oh,
I think going on that last round, I think the reason why they wanted to nade that barb was so they could rush from entrance into teller, and then their 2 accounting players just commit their life for button, and it actually worked. That was kind of a smart play, and I think Cave Dummies weren't expecting that.
Nobody were. You weren't either.
No, I didn't hear them hit the button. I was like, how the hell's the vault open? I didn't hear anything. Like, that was crazy.
It seems like Goopenstine doesn't want to go whole. It seems like they're gonna do whatever Flogel said loser or lame play was. It seemed like they first threw the blow on the construction red door, but now they actually are planning to go patio with oh, what a crazy thing.
Oh my god, the fade transition. This is insane.
Yeah, like what the? I was like, am I looking? Am I saying things wrong? So we have a double barb on the closet and the hall, and it seems like they're gonna be torching the patio window to go to construction. Seems like they're gonna be walling out of the closet.
So I feel like that reminded me of the Inside Out thing, where it's like, you ever look at someone and go, what is going on inside their head? It's just
yeah, that's what I was.
Due process map. This is what I think about when I'm not playing due process. I look at the maps and I go, man, I hate KHAOS.
Why would you hate KHAOS? KHAOS is a fun map.
It's too much death and destruction. I'm anti-violence. Meanwhile, we're casting Wartime General. Up 3-1 against Cave Dummies.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why.
I like the shield play here for Goopenstine. It's a great deterrent for wall bangs, which is kind of the trademark feature of KHAOS, is that most of the walls here are penetrable for both attackers and defenders. But oh my gosh, Goopenstine was so focused on barbing or torching through that barred window that they almost get spotted by the grouper player. I think that was Macius, but they don't even look for Chrome Trigger. What? He was hiding in a corner with the auto shotgun, almost finding 3. And his teammate assists him. I believe that's Sosig to get rid of Wartime General. This almost seems winnable still for Goopenstine. They're only at a deficit of 1 player. But again, they've got to worry about the wall bangs from Cave Dummies. They've got the Dawn at their disposal. Still hall pressure as well by Sosik. If this wall charge goes off, that could be a great distraction to get Sosik on this flank from the main hallway. Flogel rotating as well. It seems like there isn't a heavy emphasis on the site pressure besides Macius, so they'll have to double up on this flank if they want to keep that man advantage. Luckily for the defense, though, the auto shotgun is out of ammunition. They're not going to get a chance at using this. Are they rotating to go and play through lockers? This might be a play that either completely backfires or works a little too well against Cave Dummies. I think they're so focused on construction. If Goopenstine can get through this wall fast enough, it could be successful. Nope. They forfeit. Never mind. I really thought they were going to do a funny double blow, and I did not see them going over to the truck. All right. Well, I mean, hey, they kept the wall charge. They kept Clacker and Shield for next round. That's a good positive, I suppose. But, you know, it's a 2v3. That seems extremely winnable with what tools they had at their disposal there, Dynamic.
Well, I think they're gonna just try to do something funny on that next map, but it was pretty... I thought they are gonna go and blow the lockers just to have another way of pushing, to try to go for that bomb, but I guess not. Let's see if they're gonna play jungle, because they were pretty onto defending it on the other side. What is Clan trying to do? We have a Barb Castle prepping for the beach to castle below with a molly as well. And we have attackers trying to plan for pit and jungle blow. They will try to hold people from castle, but the castle has a very nice angle to that jungle door, so I am not sure how prepared for that blow will the defenders be, honestly, because that could change everything. It seems like we're gonna have another split off to beach with the Saber. It seems like there will be Wartime playing it, if I'm seeing correctly. So yeah, we might have 2 and 2 and 1.
I'm assuming something kind of similar here, because if you're gonna blow pit and jungle, you know, you don't have any breach for the drawbridge. You can maybe torch it, but that's a really dangerous game you're playing, right? You know, you're gunned down, you're playing close by that foxhole window, and you could be wallbanged through the drawbridge. So I think the idea is what you said, Dynamic. One person beach with Saber, just kind of watching these long angles, maybe challenging the mop. You blow jungle to clear out those mop positions to help your Saber in the long term. And then you blow pit as well to maybe still clear castle, since it's the closest and easiest avenue from one doorway to another going into that castle area. So I definitely like this strat by Goopenstine. I've never seen a 2-2-1 split on this map before, so I'm kind of excited to see if it actually works out here for the offense, or if the scoreline will end up being tied 3-3, since Cave Dummies have had 2 phenomenal defensive rounds so far, I believe. Got a minute 40 as well. Still plenty of time to get into the building. They spot out the barbed wire, but oh, is that nade gonna miss? They fell off the staircase, and yeah, I think it was thrown too short, or it just rolled the wrong direction. That barbed wire still being intact is gonna be a huge benefit here for Cave Dummies, but Wartime General still creeps his way in, hiding by the grass, checking for water, spots the Ingmar tracers and gives the call out to his teammate, hey, there's someone water, I gotta fight them here. And it's an aggressive fight to take, but a needed kill at that for Goopenstine, now up in the 5-4 lead, but a lot of players once again tagged and low on health. They'll move in off this flash, but Sosik is still just around the corner, by that upper ruins, and Goopenstine does not have castle control. Are they just going to try to brute force their way onto the bomb? Maybe stick this defuse, flashes coming out to try to blind the players up in castle, but no one's here to stop them. Once the flash disappears, now 50 seconds left. Hyped is still playing above here on this beach, lands a nice shot onto Tim from Poland, but Cave Dummies have eliminated every other threat. They know this last player is alive by beach, but Hyped is still kicking and screaming on his way to this now 2 versus 1 position with 30 seconds left. There goes the smoke, blocking off some vision here, but it only gets rid of water, which no one's playing there. It's Chrome Trigger ratting in the base. This might be a great spot to hold as Hype is kind of indecisive right now, wondering, do I play castle and try to clear this out with only 20 seconds, or do I just butt heads with Chrome Trigger on this base position, which I don't think Hype has any idea that there's a defender this close by. 13 seconds left to go, and Chrome Trigger swinging around the boxes catches the Saber by surprise, and we're tied up now, officially ending the first half of the game.
Good play from Hyped in general with that Saber. He got a 2k. Very, very hard though to play against on this map specifically when it comes to attacking. He was confused. He didn't know if he should go castle or he should go base, but the choice he made, I unfortunately did not land him a win on this round. And we're in C-Store this time. Grocery store, how somebody called it recently. We have an arcade and office already barbed, placed down. Wartime General drawing a line saying, hey, we should go office to teller and we should blow that teller wall. So maybe they will go for a button. Maybe they will just get it to hold. Chrome trying to say, hey, maybe we should just click the button. So if they do blow into office, they don't get the shutters open on entrance. Although I don't think the entrance giving them that much. Maybe only the view on the bomb will be very strong if they do end up going entrance. Right now we do seem to have a Saber placed down with Wartime General trying to claim it as well. I think Wartime is Goopenstein's sniper. Seems like it. Seems like he likes the Saber.
Oh, do you mean Hyped? Yeah, I thought you said Wartime General at first. I've seen Wartime Saber though occasionally, so maybe.
Oh yeah,
it's
maybe it's Dot. Maybe it's Dot. I was just confusing maybe two profile pictures. I'm so sorry.
It's all good. I can't say that I have not done the same mistake in a cast. I've done probably worse actually, so that's all good.
I wouldn't know. I only see you do good, so W Glazer.
I thought I just lagged my screen there by like clicking on the VOD ninja. That would have sucked. This wall charge play, pretty straightforward. That teller's door watches over the entirety of the bomb. It's a really good angle to get for the attack. And there's also the benefit of getting button control if the power is on, which is why Cave Dummies acknowledging this power position. They're going to just hit the lights off early, forcing the attack to clear out into bathroom to recontest the light switch. Looks like for Goopenstine, they're going to try to clear fast in through Liquor as well to make this teller's breach a lot easier as well. And Sosik just gives it up. I mean, doesn't want to lose his life early. No one's there to trade. And Tim hiding in the bathroom surprises Magnum, but Wartime still gets that first entry. And no one's here to assist Timber before his untimely demise. Chrome Trigger will trade that death, but it was a little too late. So we're still tied up 3 versus 3. And I believe the wall charge has yet to be deployed yet. They haven't put any pressure into tellers. Again, they're still fighting for bathroom as of right now. And when Cave Dummies realizing that, they're playing a bit passive, forcing Goopenstine to play out and walk through the bathroom into this open storefront that Cave Dummies is holding on to by quite a lot. Lights are turned back on. That might be the rally call to get somebody back with that wall charge. 50 seconds left to go. This clear has taken a lot of time to set up, and I don't think anyone's been able to rotate just yet. onto Shutters besides Hyped, which with this button now being pressed, he can watch over some really important angles, even catching Flogo by surprise. And this storefront is now a death trap, but they've reclosed the button off because they eliminated the only 2 attackers left in sight. I think they knew that once Teller control was forfeit, that someone would be sitting outside, giving them a chance to power their way back into Teller without having to fight against that Saber. And it nets them another round win on the defense. Great play there by Cave Dummies to kind of take advantage of the fact they had more bodies in the building and kind of forcing Hype to just tuck tail and run after only getting 1 pick from that Shutters play.
The retake of the Shutters was a really good play because they risked not being able to like be picked by Hyped. If they decided to like go and see if they could pick some weapons of the bodies of the attackers. I think it was a good decision to close them back down. The most favorite Liberty Cell map. Usually what I saw people do is blowing into storage and walling out into the open space where the bomb is. It seems like they do want to go storage, and we see them placing the charge down. We have a nade planned on office. Maybe they're thinking about there being a barb. But it doesn't seem like Defenders is placing one there. They do have one placed dock, which the attackers seem like they will be playing there with the Saber. I don't know what they're planning to do. It seems like they're torching the dock shutter. Another barb placed down. Only 2 barbs placed down on this map. It is a pretty big map. It seems like they think it's going to be a server farm push, free door kick, but they will be playing storage. I wonder if the defenders will be prepped for that play. We have Machush playing with Mop, 2 barbs in their hands. We have an Ingmar and a Nak and a big AK and a big grouper. Is it a big grouper or small grouper? I think it's
that's
a big
the
grouper.
Suppressed one. So I guess big grouper.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
I've never heard it called that. That's an interesting way to look at it.
Big grouper?
Yeah. I thought I like that. But
Yeah.
it's true. It is larger. It's got that suppressor.
I thought everybody called it that.
I definitely have not, but this has already been a fast take here for Goopenstine. You mentioned the wall play from storage you see sometimes, and it looks like because they used wall last round, they're unable to do that. So they'll use the nade to break this barbed wire top office, a flash to follow up just to try to take office control as fast as humanly possible. And Equinox, great entry from her, but they don't check for Sosic, and Chrome Trigger from the free door gets that trade. Here comes the flank by Sosic. Magnum unable to turn around in time to deal enough damage. So not only do they still have office control, they've got the man advantage, but Chrome Trigger is just dive bombing into storage. All right, that was an interesting move, and it seems to have backfired. But again, the trades have been consistent so far this round for Cave Dummies. Flogel does get rid of Hype. That's your Saber cutoff. So you're assuming no one's going to retake that position by the Shutters. That now just focuses all of your attention back to office, where the main take has been established 2 times now for Goopenstine. No more flashes left either, so you can play a lot more passive in this round and kind of wait for Goopenstine to make their first move, and they do so with a kill onto Flogel, equalizing the man count. But there's Sosic, another flank, catching Nidru by surprise, and they back off into servers to dodge that flashbang, keeping the man advantage up, denying Wartime General of this trade. And the Gat flank from Macius. They've got no clue what just hit them. Cave Dummies up now by 2 rounds, 1 away from match point.
Match is crazy with that. I did not think he was gonna rush him with a pistol, but he did, and he won that. Wartime General trying to jump out of the window, if I'm not mistaken. And the round goes to Cave Dummies. Maybe I'm just a prophet. Maybe I just called it out. I called KHAOS winning the other. Now I called Cave Dummies, and now they're coming back with a 2-round on top of Goopenstine.
That's a nasty angle.
It is a nasty angle. I used it before. It does work. I will tell you that it does work.
Emphasizing the power of the angle by slowly making a Trump voice. I love it. A really powerful angle. I love that teller play. Shuts down this entire red door. Makes the attackers go, wow, this breach sucks. Why are we not clearing teller?
You have to have somebody playing in security to call it, because you'll be playing pretty miserable outside of teller. So you have to pretty... Hi, Dynamic. Hi, for whoever wrote that. Oh, Polska Górom. Yes, I agree. Oh, I think Flogo's having internet connection issues. I wonder if they have anybody to switch him up on the second match today. But
that would be nice.
Back to the planning. We have servers planned below to teller and manager, seems like it. I don't see anybody wanting to go bathroom to hold bathroom, but there was one person spawning in there. We have 2 barbs placed, accounting and hall, so they are I think they're preparing for hall more so than an entrance push, and we do have an entrance push with the shield and a server's push with a charge.
I've always wondered how good a server's blow would be here. Usually the main choke point of the map. Yeah, the main choke point you typically see is like accounting for most attackers, but you know, going through entrance and servers, it kind of alleviates that problem, as you can clear teller really quickly, and then you can fight for manager, which is where the vault is. So if you have button control, that's going to be a really good play to work off of if you blow through server fast. And Flogel was just simply unprepared to challenge that shotgun player of Magnum, especially with the connection issues they've been having throughout this series so far. Tim trying to find the long angle here with this Ingmar, but as they get flashed, they're forced to fall away, giving more map control for Goopenstine. Magnum leading this charge, opening up this doorway, but they're not expecting someone close, losing some health, but keeping themselves alive. Does still ensure this man advantage here against Cave Dummies, as now they're kind of boxed off in between security and accounting, not having a lot of map control elsewhere other than this hall crossfire that they have established here, trying to stop this main entrance take. But as security is being pushed through, Sosik just hip fires the security doorway, and the flash being thrown behind him. He's not blinded, allowing him to win that gunfight. Now a man advantage favoring Cave Dummies, as they've kind of slowed down. They can't deal with these long angles held by Tim with the Ingmar. Bacius as well, I believe, dealing some damage with the mop. It looks like Chrome Trigger just yeeted out the molly, and it killed Equinox, as she was so low on HP. This guy does not care for his own well-being so long as he meets the end goal of finding a kill before being traded out. And somehow Cave Dummies, remaining as resilient as ever, solidify match point 6-3.
And they grab the shield as well. Maybe not. Maybe they're just playing with that idea. Sosik, good kill on security. I did not think he was gonna not be as flashed to be able to kill somebody still through that door. But the attackers being kind of there, standing there, not trying to push him from both ways, kind of made it a bad play. We see a planning phase of wall charge to teller. Defenders preparing for office. Somebody already finding a rat spot. Hey, maybe you should play there. They're gonna have a barb on the office door and on the bathroom door as well, preparing for shed as well with a molly. I wonder what they're gonna do. Usually what you see on this map is very fast liquor or very fast arcade. I don't think I've seen much office play in here. But it seems like they do want to try it out. Sosik on a Saber. We have 3 APs and Tim with a 4th. We have a Nak on the other team. 2 small groupers, 1 big one, and nothing in hyped hands as of now. I wonder if they want to take the teller, but we have defenders playing in the bathroom, so they might be playing with the light turned off, so they are unable to click the teller button to open the shutters for entrance and for Sosik to be able to take some shots on that Saber.
Like you mentioned, Dynamic, it seems to be a similar wall charge play for Cave Dummies. I think just the placement of the wall is a little different. Good use of the nade early, just breaking this free door barbed wire. Not wasting any time getting in the building, and Chrome Trigger caught by surprise from Magnum's rat corner above the drawers. He is traded quickly though, but again, not a bad pick to establish at least early on. The second that wall charge is detonated, they hit the lights as well, now forcing Cave Dummies to rotate back into bathroom. Tim catching another as well. This now makes things even, but a good trade is established here by Equinox. Minute 30 to go, and it seems like there is teller control established. They're trying to push into Liquor, but there is a Molly currently keeping the rest of the offense at bay. They might not even be looking to get button control here, instead just using these long angles to their advantage, maybe trying to pressure the bomb, but Niger as well off screen, eliminating Flogel, now puts the man advantage back in the favor of Goopenstine. Sosik hoping to maybe finish off someone like Equinox, who is extremely low to HP. No matter where that Saber connects on their body, they will end up dying, putting us in a 2 versus 2, but Sosik ends up dropping the AP, hoping to make these close quarters fights a little more favorable for him, as that Saber can be a real challenge if someone's right at your face, looking to swing against you. Unlucky flash being thrown, hitting the back of that Liquor wall, so it does not clear out deep, unfortunately costing the life of his teammate. That's now Tim gone, and they know the last person standing is Sosik by the entrance. Catching Equinox, who was already damaged, but the crossfire, a little too strong for him. Goopenstine making this 1 round closer to maybe tying up the first series, as their aggression has been matching up well against Cave Dummy strats.
I think Chrome kind of knew maybe that somebody's gonna be there. He definitely looked up there, but didn't start shooting until a split second later, and that made him lose his life, unfortunately, on that rat spot, on the drawers, how you called it. And we have a score of 6-4, and I wonder if it's gonna be a tie for Goopenstine and they're gonna lock in and actually win this, or if Cave Dummies is gonna take the first match out of the 2 played today. Sosik already drawing some server farm takes. We have 2 barbs placed for right now. Office and storage entrance green door. Tim is drawing some squares. What? Was it a car?
Maybe. Let's give him a second chance.
Yeah, I wonder. He's usually drawing cats. I'm confused.
Yeah, cats and cars don't really go together. So this is an improvement here from Tim.
But they do sound alike for Polish people. It's a letter difference, you know?
Interesting. I didn't know that.
Cat and car, you know? Like the 1 letter.
Yeah, so no, it sounded similar in Polish, that's all.
Oh, no, for Polish people in English, it sounds similar at the beginning when you're learning. Yeah.
Gotcha.
So we do seem like we do have a torch being placed on that window on server farm. I think they know they're gonna be a bar placed there. I wonder how's Flogel's internet doing.
Oh, they're on the black tar, so maybe Flogel's gonna be a little more passive in this round.
Maybe. I think he played before on more defensive positions as well. We have those bar placed right now, and there is a helicopter, which is very cool. I love how they added that.
I remember the first time I was spawned in like a helicopter truck instead of like a regular one. It actually scared me because we were like super high up in the air and I like fell down. I started screaming. I was like, oh my God, it was just a freaking helicopter. But yeah, good thing there's no fall damage in this game. Plenty of damage being dealt though on a Sosic early. Another good start here for Goopenstine as Dot Hyped has the Saber. I think he landed a one tap with this rifle and ooh, narrowly getting a second chance at winning that other gunfight as well, but losing a lot of health in the process. And now hitting the lights off, maybe noticing that Cave Dummies does not have MVGs as they brought them last round, and because they all lost, they're going to have to be fighting here in the dark. The attacker flashlights are pretty strong, I would say, but against something like a Saber playing at range, this might still be very winnable for Goopenstine to get more picks from this office power spot. Yep, there it is. Nice shot landed there by Magnum C, the recently upgraded Legros, packing quite the punch against the Argus shield. Tim, nice shot landed though. We'll at least get something here from office, but there's still, I believe, 2 other defenders holding this down. Fort Knox style as Wartime General will get that equalizer kill. 2-man advantage now for Goopenstine, but the Saber is eventually dealt with by Flogel wielding this Black Tar. Looking to maybe hit the lights back on, but they're frozen in time on the open door. Really unfortunate there for Flogel. They had better connection. Maybe there was a chance they lived that and crossed through in time, but now that forces Chrome Trigger in a 1 versus 2. Maybe clutchable now. 30 seconds left to go, but do they have info on where Nydrew is playing? They just might. That's the exact person their teammate just died to. As they close the distance, playing through these crates to get on the bomb. Nydrew spotting the flashlight, swings out, narrowly winning the gunfight. 10 HP in a dream. They stop the 7-4 victory. Goopenstine, one more chance to tie us.
It was a good 2K from Chrome with the addition that maybe he will get a 3K and clutch up the round, but he did not. Nydrew, crazy shots taken and stopping them from winning this round. Maybe it will be a tie. Maybe it will be a tie. What do you think?
You know, it's hard to say because a lot of these tacks, I think it's been Goopenstine winning almost every entry these past couple of rounds on defense. So if Cave Dummies just find a way to get someone like Chrome Trigger in the building to do his job as entry, then there might be a chance. But you know, with Flogel having really choppy connection right now to the game, it kind of feels like they're stuck at like a permanent 4 versus 5 before they even enter the building. And on top of that, yeah, Goopenstine being so good on the entry, it's made the early round really tough for Cave Dummies just to do their job of either getting in the building or getting that map control. It's been pretty tough. This might be tieable for Goopenstine given the circumstances.
Yeah. Cave Dummies also plays really, really well for when they are playing together. When they are splitting away from each other, it's kind of like chickens, you know? They're doing their own thing and they're not really playing together, and that's how they're losing the game, the rounds, the shots. We have a pretty good match defending from Goopenstine. They're prepping for that hull that is going to be blown up by the attackers. Cave Dummies, are they planning on a 1-1-3 split right here? 3 entrance, 1 hull, and 1 servers. They do seem to place 2 door charges down on the map.
You know, I would like this hall blow if they do it late. If they get server control and they end up getting in through entrance, you know, you see those default positions. You see that Lone's desk being a good power spot. You see someone usually playing on button for that long crossfire. Having a red door prepared to blow late could be really helpful at clearing out those long angles without really that much difficulty here by the offense. But instead, they blow hall early. Now it seems like most of Goopenstine has now given up hall and will be forcing themselves back through Teller and into lobby / accounting. And Chrome Trigger is now stuck outside. It looks like everyone's having connection issues on Cave Dummies as I'm not too sure if Chrome Trigger is going to be able to use that nade or even get himself in the building to begin with. This might end up being tieable for Goopenstine, so long as they just keep themselves at a level head and try to play off this man advantage that they don't necessarily know that they have just yet. 90 seconds left, and yep, keeping tabs on Chrome Trigger as he's still just taking in the beautiful scenery of Bank and definitely not lagging his ass off. There comes the flash. Dot Hype still playing aggressive in through lobby, but he's eventually forced back. Sosic now getting the call to enter in, but that is a huge pick to find from Tim, getting rid of that saber pressure and now establishing map control into lobby. But it's actually from Hall where he found this kill. Wartime General, though, picking up a nice 2K before Sosic wraps around. That 1-2 punch finally coming into effect as he gets the backstab in from that late server blow, but they've only got 50 seconds left to work off this 2 versus 3, assuming Chrome Trigger is still outside, stuck with the nade in his hand. Oh, he's actually back. This is huge. They can use the nade now in through accounting. Maybe have that flash that Chrome Trigger's got as well to clear out any deeper angles. Kicking the door immediately, and wow, with the brace fire, he wins that somehow. A second flash to follow up, but Equinox still fully visible. Sosic will trade though. And now it's just Nidru, the person who clutched last round to get to this position of an almost tieable round, jumps out, but it's good for Sosic, punishing the aggressive play with the auto shotgun. Cave Dummies, despite the technical issues, resurface with a 7-5 victory going into match 2.
I don't even know what to say. Is allegedly Goopenstine DDoSing Cave Dummies members? What is happening in this? Pluggles is playing a powerful...
It's been leaked. Tetra's on the Goopenstine payroll. He's hitting the servers offline, but it's not enough. It's not enough to stop the passion from Chrome Trigger surging there. Again, another great aggressive play. I think that's what Chrome Trigger is known for best, is just being someone who's willing to take a gunfight when that needs to happen, right? You've got a lot of players who are sometimes kind of baiting a little bit, you know what I mean? Like they don't want to push in, they don't want to take an aggressive gunfight, so they end up losing the round simply by not moving into the map. Where Chrome Trigger, he doesn't care. He trusts himself to win those gunfights, and if not him, any of his competent teammates, because we saw a lot of good plays from everybody on Cave Dummies throughout this first series. And speaking of Goopenstine as well, they still had a really close game against Cave Dummies, so I got to commend them for almost tying against this team too.
Yeah, very, very good play for Goopenstine as well. Cave Dummies with a win on that first match, but we do seem to see Goopenstine kind of playing together more than Cave Dummies. Cave Dummies are very strong when it comes to individual play, like Chrome pushing in and Tim just being on that sniper and that long range weapons type. I think it's an interesting play. Cave Dummies very good when they are playing together. When they're not playing together, they have to do the out-dueling of the Goopenstine, and they seem to do it well.
Well, for Goopenstein's sake, hopefully they can keep the good vibes going, not let the 7-5 loss get to them, and have a redemption against Cave Dummies. And for Cave Dummies' sake, maybe their connection gets a little bit better going into the second match. Before we hop into that, though, we'll take a quick break and return with this series still up for Cave Dummies, but maybe not for much longer. Don't go anywhere to find out. Cave Dummies up now by 1 match in the series, beating their opponents of Goopenstine 7-5. It was a close call due to some technical issues, and also Goopenstine playing pretty damn well in the early to mid game. So I'm really excited going into this second matchup dynamic, but I'm also really excited to give a shout out that I totally was not forced to at gunpoint by Tetra Under Dome. It's about the game that we all love so much, Due Process. You can get it by scanning that QR code or doing one of 2 other simple things: going to dueprocess.info, clicking on the game that will direct you to the Steam link where you can purchase it, or just go to Steam, look up Due Process. It's probably dirt cheap right now, as they always love to give out those very nice sales. So if you and a couple buddies want to play it, maybe stack up and unrank, see if you've got the skills to pay the bills, you go and do so. If not, you can sit here and look at my ugly face until we go back into the match showing of Cave Dummies versus Goopenstine, where, like I already mentioned, I thought that was a pretty good game. I didn't think we would really get anything better than KHAOS versus Arise today, but at least for Cave Dummies Goopenstine, it's been an enjoyable match dynamic.
Yeah, I think all of today's streams have been very close calls on the maps and on the winnings, because nobody really knew that KHAOS is gonna win 2-7 against Arise, and tying the first match was really interesting. Very powerful moves, very good plays from both of the teams. They seemed like they were prepared for whatever the other team might do. As I said before when I was with Nog casting, the plays with the teams are so similar to each other. Their plans are almost identical at this point.
I feel like for KHAOS, they like to do a lot more 5-man pushes. You know, it's very simple idea. You know, you take the easiest route possible to the bomb, and they kind of throw bodies at the problem, which it may seem like a very simple plan or something that doesn't have a lot of thought to it. But if you have a team that is filled with so many mechanically skilled players and also very situationally aware players as well, they know how to trade, they know how to use utility off of each other to make that space. It's a pretty simple idea just to get the base part of the map in your control and then force people off of these back angles to kind of fight you on your own terms. So there's definitely a level to thinking in terms of, you know, how KHAOS like to plan, how Arise like to plan. And since they're the 2 kind of Goliath teams right now, it's always fun to watch them play. And in this instance, KHAOS kind of just manhandled them on game 2, to be honest. It didn't even look close unless it was someone like Noon or Brody finding like a 2K or a 3K clutch. It just seemed like Arise weren't really on their game today. Maybe they'll turn around next week, have some time to kind of recoup, take a little break. But KHAOS, they seem to be the top dogs, and the current dogs that we're watching right meow, Cave Dummies versus Goopenstine. We've got C-Store first up. What do you think about this bathroom blow dynamic?
The bathroom blow is surprising to me. I would think they would blow entrance or arcade, but I see that they are prepping for liquor. It seems like bathroom and storage being prepared for by Goopenstine slowly is gonna be maybe even very hardcore because of Cave Dummies being prepared for that push and trying to take them. Yes, I saw Tim write on the map that they are going to do this.
An aggressive play nonetheless, but that's what Cave Dummies is known for. Sosic able to clean up 2, and it was, I believe, a double Ingmar peak there for both Sosic and Chrome Trigger. Although Chrome Trigger ended up dying with that double kill established, I mean, that's a pretty worth opening gunfight. That's going to be a lot harder now for Goopenstine to use utility and just clear out the map in general, as now they've got 3 defenders hiding between the storage position. That's a nice tag team by Cave Dummies, really working off of each other in a very powerful way, denying Goopenstine of any more map control in this round or kills. Now 4 versus 2. I mean, honestly, dynamic, I mean, Goopenstine might just save the Saber and the door charge that they have. They might be waiting for this aggressive play as Tim now swinging out with the Ingmar, picking it up from Chrome Trigger's body and getting a kill onto Dot Hyped. And yeah, Nadru just petrified, runs for the truck and is like, I don't know what to do here, guys. He's looking to try to get the Saber and the torch back, but they were still watching that. I think it was Tim to get the last kill that round, if not Sosic, and they've recovered the clacker as well. What a start for Cave Dummies on this aggressive storage hold.
I wish Nature just stayed out of it and just saved the charge that they had. But, well, it was a very, very interesting play from Cave Dummies. I saw Tim writing shh on the map. I knew they were gonna do some funny, but I was not prepared for that funny to be played. I wonder if Arise or KHAOS or any other team playing in this tournament is gonna use that with the oh yeah, Cave Dummies did that. Maybe we should do that too, because it's so close to the truck that it's possible to do that again. It's possible for people to not be able to counter that and not be prepared for that, because not everybody is watching the saved VODs from the streams, and not everybody's screaming everybody. So maybe there are gonna be some people not prepared for that play. It seems like we have a checkpoint push, seeing how Goopenstine is drawing lines. Might be checkpoint through hall to office, to be able to go from there to crates to defuse the bomb. My thought would be to blow a wall maybe from the hall, but they seem to be favoring office, and the defenders, the Cave Dummies, are prepared for it with the barb on that office door. I don't know what they're going to do for that hall and backstage. I think they're going to hold the hall with Flogo being there. Seems like they are favoring kitchen, trying to get that checkpoint. Kills.
You know something dynamic? I don't think this Flogal guy is real. I'm gonna say it. You know, I haven't seen Flogal put down one barbed wire on a red door this entire game. I think we might be getting scammed right now, and well, I think Wartime General might be calling that loss of life a scam, as well as Chrome Trigger once again just doing Chrome Trigger things, jump peeking with the Ingmar, looking for a double kill, but they only go 1-for-1 in their death spot. And Flogal as well ends up dying to the hand of Equinox. So this initial free take has been a decent start for Goopenstine. Yes, they lose one body, but they get rid of two powerful players of Flogal and Chrome Trigger off the jump, and they still have a minute 30 to clear out the rest of the map. But are they prepared for Macius to do the exact same thing, playing behind Kitchen Deep? Are they even gonna flash it? No, they assume it's clear. They think everyone's backed off, but that's far from the truth. Equinox is even looting off the body of Flogal, yet no one's detected Macius, and they peek out, eliminating Equinox. The jig is up, but they might end up finding one more, or at least stalling for time, as Tim finds two off screen. Nadro eventually trading, but they're kind of stuck here. A rock and a hard space with this shotgun, and having the sense, knowing that they're most likely tucked behind the soft wall, Macius ends up wall banging it. If only Nadro knew how low Macius was, they might have swung out with that DL, but because of the shotgun nerf, they felt kind of scared to peek out. And Cave Dummies, despite losing almost 3 bodies in kitchen, win the round. That is crazy.
The not checking the behind happens usually when we're too when we're thinking we got everything under control. Let's not check everything. Let's be sure. Maybe next time they will actually check, because if they didn't go out of the door, they would be probably more than 1 kill on that kitchen floor.
Oh my god. I just got asked in Twitch chat by Mildly Terrified Fellow, where's the Tampon War Goddess shout out? Well, there it is, right there. You just got it. You're welcome, Miss Goddess, whatever. That was I think Tim wanted me to shout somebody out if I ever casted him on a due process game, and that might have been it right there, but I can't fully remember. So we'll hope that eliminates two birds at one stone. We talked about the double blow last game dynamic with the other factory where it's like you blow into storage and then wall out to get access to the bomb fast. This blow here for the factory that we're seeing right now is kind of similar, but instead of using the wall charge to get access to bomb, it's instead to hit the lights, which I don't necessarily hate. A lot of defending teams like to play kind of by this lights area in the upper conveyors position because it gets you a really nice crossfire with your teammate who's in office. So you can kind of clear out this entire half of the map really quickly from just doing this double blow. And then you've got a direct sight line onto bomb. You just have to kind of worry about office and maybe like the other forklift in the bottom left-hand corner of the map. So I like the idea here from Goopenstine, but it doesn't necessarily get rid of the problem that is office. So I'm kind of hoping that for Goopenstein's sake, they either land some nice shots, they smoke office, or just go another direction that isn't only dock. I'm really hoping it's not a 5-man blow here because that could really cripple their chances of winning the late round.
It seems like the cave dummies are doing the funny with the double barb on the bomb. And they did split. There's one person going server farm, and there's 4 docks, so...
There's a nade. I think it was for free door, and yeah, you rarely see the barbed wire being placed on a bomb. You might wonder, what's the purpose of that? It just makes it a lot harder to get off of the bomb, if that makes sense, right? You can be very vulnerable to getting swung if you're defusing that bomb, and with barbed wire, it makes it even more challenging, but... Challenging fights to come ahead here for Goopenstine as they're so far up by 2, and now 3 is Dot Hyped, also gets a kill as well, matching Equinox and Magnum's skill in this round. Flogel as well, very low on HP, and yeah, it seems like the remedy of dealing with office is just winning your gunfights forehead. It's as easy as it looks, just point and click, and everyone eventually drops like flies. Now it's only Sosik matching the barbed wire with this molly, and although they get off the molly, it's a big sacrifice as they give up their life to do so, and seems like Goopenstine has plenty of time to finish this defuse, even getting around the molly while doing so. The double blow seemed to work almost perfectly, only losing Nidru in that round as everybody else on Goopenstine had no problem fighting off the office defense.
Yeah, I wonder what the play was with the double barb. Honestly, if you are doing that, and if you are double barbing, you should be playing passive, defensive, mostly to be able to live through that. So if they push the bomb, you would have them slowed down and be able to retake the bomb. But it did not happen. They took some deaths before that could be done. Blow entrance. Very, yeah. I think they should not go storage. We see some funny Goopenstine barbs placed out of the map. How are they doing that? Can you even do that?
Yeah, how are they getting the barb that far out? That I've never seen that. It's a really good choke point, actually. I kind of like that. The garbage cans, or I guess the dumpster. Sorry, the dumpster kind of blocks off anyone going around the barb. That if you nade it, you can't get the other storage barb. This seems really, really difficult. So I'm kind of worried. I'm kind of worried if cave dummies don't notice this barb, they might end up dying a lot. If only they found another way to get into the building. Oh, what's that entrance blow? Yep. Don't care about storage. Don't care.
I don't think cave dummies are planning to go to storage at all. I think they're
smoke as well for liquor too. I think if you're not going to clear liquor at all, it does make sense to smoke that off just so they can't peek you there. But you could just run through the green door to go fast.
You could, and it would be a good. Matthews is actually drawing a circle down there. I think they're just gonna hold liquor and smoke it off for them to be able to go from storefront. They seem to be able to place the barb outside from what I gathered.
Oh my god. Yeah, I heard the UAV go off. I just can't. Oh yeah, I think I saw it. I think I saw it on the free cam. There's no way. Most safe Goopenstine barb tech. literally running outside for the UAV to see them. That is hilarious. Interesting that Cave Dummies is opting to breach open the left wall rather than, you know, the large triple shutter. But this might give you more natural cover and also make it a little easier to get into liquor. So it's not... I see the vision with this play. First molly comes out, but I don't think any flashes were thrown. So it's just kind of stalling for some time here. Good smoke thrown between Freezer and Liquor. Macius now as well entering in, looking to clear out this back spot here, but it's not going to work out for him. So far, Goopenstine are doing incredibly well, eliminating both Flogel and Chrome Trigger. Wartime General through the smoke, I thought, catched one, but that was actually Magnum instead, my mistake, who ends up dying to Macius, still holding that Liquor doorway. Now you got a 2 versus 4 with that smoke most likely running out soon, so you're going to have to worry about these crossfires, and yeah, there it is. Luckily for them, Macius still has Liquor control, but they have to worry about both Arcade and Freezer with someone playing just around the corner. 3 people in Freezer. There's 3 brothers in Freezer. Get these guys out right now if Macius wants to win this. We see the overhead view. Wartime General playing close with the knack, sees the door opened up, and Macius is already done for as he was low on health to begin with. Sosic looking to maybe trade here, but it is an uphill battle, to say the least, for Cave Dummies, as you've got everyone in Goopenstine waiting, and Wartime General even got into Arcade? I'm not too sure how he did that, whether he ran around from Freezer into Liquor or just charged at Sosic while we weren't paying attention. But Goopenstine, zero hassle when it came to that entrance blow dynamic.
I am not sure what happened with them being 3 people in Freezer. That was crazy play. I think they were trying to hold it, but Macius should be able to take that, but he wasn't not prepared for anybody waiting for him on the door. I think he was like, maybe nobody's playing Freezer. Maybe I'll just I can just go and try to see what's up, but unfortunately for him, there were 3 people in there and 1 with a knack to his head. Checkpoint push, very, very good play for that map. Kitchen and bathroom. I don't think anybody plays shed on this map. Maybe office blow, if anything. Office to crates would be good. But it seems like the attackers are already set to going checkpoint as well. Chrome putting some exclamation points. It seems like they want to smoke off that checkpoint or say that, hey, be aware of that. We see 4 barbs put down by Goopenstine. 1 checkpoint, 1 entrance from checkpoint to office, 1 office to crates and backstage, but we see 1 being deleted, and it's the one on the door from checkpoint. Maybe somebody is planning to play there, so maybe Flogel barbing that or playing a dynamic barb if they go, if the attackers do end up going checkpoint, would be a good play. But it seems like they are grabbing a torch to get to that right entrance or left entrance, depending on how you want to look at it. Just drawing some straight lines. I wonder what round and what plan is gonna work the best at this map.
It'd be really sad if against Flogel you are the person to Flogel barb them, and we've seen that one specific highlight player not be able to find any success in doing so. Well, to be fair, they haven't even tried Flogeling at all. It is kind of a more predictable thing if someone throws an extinguisher like on a red door. That's either to guarantee a free molly, it's meant to have someone ratting in a corner with a shotgun off of that smoke, or to barbed wire it. So a lot of attacking teams like to spray through that smoke. Speaking of, Chrome Trigger phoenixing himself through the smoke ends up getting rid of the only kitchen player of Magnum to get that first entry here. Tim to follow suit shortly after. Looking for some damage here backstage. Not a problem whatsoever, as Wartime General's not quick enough to keep Dot hyped alive. Now they're forced back into Hall. A second kick and just the right time for Macius, as now they've got almost full Hall control, starting to work their way into the back of Club. Moving through lockers now. They got a nice sandwich going on here. in the bomb site. There's still one person by office on that lurk. So there's not a lot of places left for Goopenstine to really hide, but Nydrew doing some parkour here, hiding on the bricks. Right by the back of crates, looking through this green door. He hears the torch going off, and it's a smart move not to swing out right now, as Tim was watching the doorway, waiting for someone to get aggressive off that sound cue. There goes the flash. It's thrown close. Nydrew is blinded, and it's going to give Macius an easy pickup on the round, but Equinox is there trying to save this round for their team. 20 seconds left, and they're sitting right on the bomb, but across the ways, they're defusing from the other side. They have to get aggressive. Flogel now dropped. It's just Macius 1 versus 1 to deny the 4K clutch for Goopenstine. And some decisive shots landed in the brace fire. Plenty of time left to defuse. Cave Dummies take back their lead.
I wonder if Equinox knew that Maciusz was so low. Should have swung him. But Chrome doing just Chrome things, he pushed that kitchen like he owns it, and he won that
I gotta commend the attempt of help there by Equinox as well. You know, Nydrew screaming, "I'm flashed, I can't see what I'm doing, please help me," and Equinox like swings in. "I'll save you, teammate, don't worry." But it's only good for 2 kills, and it kind of gives Cave Dummies some time to kind of recuperate and still pressure the bomb, which, although Equinox is playing right on top of it, you know, you've got the other half of the map that's kind of denying you of shutting down the bomb play. So you had to rotate out and look for a kill there, which Flogel ends up dying to, but it does give Macius the info that they need to still win and eventually take back the lead there for Cave Dummies, breaking this tie. We go into round 6 now, back on Factory. Are we going to see almost the exact same take here by Cave Dummies, except the lack of a wall because it's already been used?
Yeah, we do seem to get a blow on Doc by a door charge, but double blowing Doc, kind of interesting play on this map. Not really a maybe sorting push. And conveyors, I would be worried about the right side near the button for the lights, that they might be some defenders playing there. Also very hard because Office has a long angle on that door from Doc, but maybe that's why they want to double charge Doc. They want to have that view a little bit from the left side of the dock to be able to conquest that office, whoever's playing there. We do seem to have another, maybe there will be a 3 split or a 2 split because it's still dogs, but yeah, 1-2, 1-1, or 3-2. Okay, we have a 3-2 definitive from Cave Dummies. We have a barb on the server farm, plant barb for office, and I don't think anybody took it. I think there is gonna be a Flogel barb on that dog. They think that Cave Dummies is gonna blow there, and they're not wrong. Looking from what we know from the planning phase.
Let's see this lineup here. I wonder if it's gonna land the way they intend it to for Sosic. I don't actually see where the smoke puck was thrown. Is it going to be for like the staircase of server farm? That would be smart if they're going to push in from free. I think it is. Still waiting on the kick. Trying to con this 3-2-1. There goes the smoke.
It was a nade.
Oh, that's my bad. I thought he was throwing a smoke. I am so stupid. You know, great try though. Doing no damage to the player upper green. They still get in though, or at least they're trying to. Flash is tossed out, 2 doubled up by server, and there's the Flogel on the red door. So they can't really walk into Dock as easily as they would have liked to. Still have Chrome Trigger on the Saber as well, coming in through the free door, interestingly enough. And maybe just trying to get this free door control and then using that long-range sniper to kill anyone from the back of conveyors, for example. Dot hype with the initial entry, shutting down Tim. And because of that barbed wire, it seems like Cave Dummies doesn't really want to push in through Dock. They're kind of worried about someone playing close, which they would be right to fear that. That's exactly the case right now, as there's one defender posted up here by sorting Chrome Trigger end up dying. That's how the Saber off the board. A massive sigh of relief here for Goopenstine as that sniper can two-shot or one-shot almost anybody put in the right hands. And a good swing out there by Dot Hyped as well, getting rid of Macius. The only thing they've got going for them right now is that there's finally dot control after Sosic wins that gunfight against Magnum. Now to 2 versus 4, but there's only 20 seconds left, and with Flogel being the last alive, this just does not seem winnable. They've got 2 defenders to worry about in office, and yep, some narrow shots missed out. Goopenstine to tie us back up. This game is just as close as the last one, Dynamic.
It seems like they are playing on the same level, or they are planning on the same level. Nitro being the last one alive, trying to sacrifice to a UAV. Such a good play on the defender side. Still having somebody playing that conveyor, the sorting, to be able to stop them from coming, even though they placed the Flogel barb as well, is a good play on their side. But their flash was thrown and they had to fall back, but they still got their kill that we're prepping for. We have a plan for Castle now. I don't know if I saw this map. Maybe I did.
I think you've played on it before, Dynamic, surely. This map's been out for a while now.
Oh yeah. It in color it looks very, very different. I usually play on the grayscale thingy. When it comes to the process, it makes me feel like I can see better, even though I cannot. The plan got erased though, and it's back up. They are blowing Castle, it seems like. I wonder if they're going to take the lights. The defenders are preparing for observation. We have a barb there. We have a molly for the red door. Cave Dummies drawing a plan for Pit as well. I think it would be nice to get a hold of Pit and a Castle at the same time. They would be pushing them, the defenders, to jungle and observation, so they could have a view from Castle to the left side of the map completely.
So I feel like Castle is too good not to take. I've always wondered how good like an observation blow would be, but you know, if you blow through obs instead, all the defenders just kind of playing through Castle. It's very hard to clear that position out from just going through Pit. So a lot of teams, if they have the resources for it, they'll end up blowing the red door that leads you directly into Castle. And then they also push in from Pit to get like kind of a nice tag team approach going. But wow, Wartime General was prepared for Chrome Trigger just to run through. So he's gun up and ready, takes that first gunfight, and no one plays as aggressive as Chrome Trigger. So no one's there to refrag him. No one's there to play his trade. They do get Castle control, but it is at the cost of one of their soldiers. Flogel does in fact trade. That's Nidru now gone. And so far, things seem pretty even in terms of positioning between Cave Dummies and Goopenstine. Now the question is for the offense, how do you exactly get out of Castle with all these barbed wires and not having any grenades? Well, the answer is just kind of brute force your way through and hope for the best. And so far, it's not working at all. Dot Hyped and Equinox shutting down Tim and Macius, respectively. Wartime General chips in for his double kill of the round, and that leaves only Sosic left, and just not having enough resources to get through this massive choke point that is Castle. It's going to resort to Sosic maybe going outside, saving the clacker, finding a couple of exit frags instead, as they're still playing kind of close to this drawbridge, hoping to maybe catch someone overextending and getting a free kill, but nope. They're caught sprinting out in the open door. They're quickly shut down because of it. And Goopenstine, I think for the first time in this series, taking the lead. If not, they've at least fought back to get the advantage. Now 4-3.
At this point, I feel like everybody's lagging.
Yeah, maybe it's just a spectator thing. Maybe our observer's lagging a little bit. But it wouldn't shock me as well if everyone in the game's having some connection difficulties. You know, Flogel had a lot of problems last game. Chrome Trigger did as well. It wouldn't shock me. I feel like every game has that issue.
Yeah, I just hope it doesn't affect how they're playing because of their lag. Obviously, Cave Dummies have an issue because of Flogel being playing a PowerPoint presentation. Not the best. Honestly, I don't know if they didn't have anybody to like come and change Flogel out for this second match, or they thought, hey, maybe Flogel can just push through. But honestly, maybe Flogel gets his kills still, so I don't think the lag really stops him as much. Hall? Funny barbs on entrance, double barbing outside and inside of entrance from Goopenstine. I think they will be known for funny planning with the barbs. I don't seem to see what the attackers will do. There was a plan for a hall. Now the plan is for entrance and lobby, blow to accounting to get the button. It seems like Tim is wondering if the guys are gonna play in manager and in accounting. We have a barb on the server's door. I think they're also prepping for that. I think the main thing would be blowing hall on this map usually. Hall to loans to manager, but there is a long angle from accounting to the loans door, so maybe that's why they chose not to do it, and they chose to do the entrance and wall into the accounting for the button.
I kind of like it. You know, if you're expecting the smoke to be thrown for manager, that basically forces you to only worry about like teller and security for lobby. Then walling out of that, if you get a kill into accounting, you know, you've got the 5-player advantage. You're able to kind of work your way in through manager with a pretty good position at your grasp. I think the offense, I think Goopenstine is aware that it's mostly a free take for right now, and Wartime General just instantly shuts down Chrome Trigger. I mean, where's the flash before following up? I think Chrome Trigger ran a little too fast and got punished for it. And now as the smoke goes away, they're caught in a really bad crossfire. Goopenstine just putting the hurt down, getting loads of info with Dot Hype still having security control despite this green door being right next to him, even using it to kill Tim. And now it's a 2 versus 4. Sosic and Macius, the last alive. It feels like these are always the two people trying to recover after their 3 teammates fall in body after body from whatever take they're going for on the attack. This might end up being a 2-round lead if Goopenstine keep themselves locked in. Sosic grabbing the wall charge, maybe looking to either throw it outside so the defenders can't get it, or maybe just saving this round, not expecting to win. Macius now left alone for the time being until his teammate gets back inside. Spotting Magnum, but missing some crucial shots, and there's the jump peak, totally shutting down the lobby presence there. And it seems like Sosic went for the smarter decision of just saving that precious utility, hoping that round 9 can be a more successful take from Cave Dummies.
I like the decision on Sussex. He knew, hey, I don't think we're gonna be able to do this. Let's just save the wall for the next map. We will have a chance to blow it. We will have a chance to do this, and it will be good to maybe not do it. I don't think Maciusz. I think maybe he was trying to get a pick and then get out to be able to also save his weapon. He had a black tar, but unfortunately for him, it did not. He wasn't able to do that because of the Goopenstine kill on him and him whiffing some shots. Storage barbed freezer for Cave Dummies, apparently a good blow. I agree with that, honestly. Freezer and entrance, they have a double charge. They could go for that, and they will. We see a bathroom with auto shotty split 3-1, 3-2 for Cave Dummies. 3 people going freezer, 2 people going entrance. It seems like only one barb put up in storage as of now. And they are prepping for the molly on bomb and molly on arcade. Arcade also a very strong push, very strong hold. If they can go and hold arcade and hold entrance from arcade and from teller side, the entrance push might not be in their favor. But the freezer would definitely be helpful to take that bathroom, to take that storage, to see if the defenders are in there and to be able to stop them and push them away from the bomb so they are able to defend and defuse the bomb. I think the bathroom with auto shot is gonna be very strong, especially because they're playing with the lights turned off. Because they brought NVGs.
Yeah, that is crazy. I like the shield play here, letting your teammates cross through storage, not letting Wartime General kind of go in for a cheeky bit of early damage, even shooting through the shelf to kind of force back the Ingmar pressure here from that green door, or through that opening, I should say. It's not even a door. Equinox getting the first kill, though. Macius now down as the door charge goes off from Freezer, as almost everyone tries to push in from there, it looks like. Or no, I think it was actually Sosik to die across the map by that dumpster or the broken car from a really long angle held by Magnum there. With the Gruber shockingly out of all weapons too. Yeah, Goopenstine might end up maybe forcing us to another game, or at least just having the points tied up here in this series. They're one round away from at least securing a 6th round, so long as Cave Dummies do not pull a clutch out of their hat. Tim with the DL, Chrome Trigger, Saber, and Flogel as well. Having the AP-25 here, a variety of weapons, but Tim kind of playing in a spot where you can't really entry as the shotgun because there's too many long angles that you have to contest with, and Flogel's the first one to walk in as Chrome Trigger hits the lurk from Freezer and catches 2. This now becomes a lot more winnable, but again, Tim, close quarters with that shotgun. I think he's the one sticking on the bomb as Chrome Trigger will try to cover here, and the auto just melts him to shreds. And Chrome Trigger as well, I believe, dying out in the open by Freezer, unable to rotate in time to that open wall charge near entrance. 6-3 now for Goopenstine. Cave Dummies, they've lost all steam, it looks like.
I think that the big Gruber is very good when it comes to weird plays on long and short plays. You can shoot the suppressed Gruber as a long angle weapon. Maybe not as long as I thought. Right now we're finding out that you can shoot somebody that's standing next to the dumpsters outside. I think it was a big Gruber, was it?
It was, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was drinking some water.
It's all right. Very, very good. Very, very nice. Very, very fast. Wartime General planning the jungle push from observation to jungle. And I have never seen that play. We usually see castle play with the hold and with somebody playing just there. Somebody even played 2 people on that lower pit door and 1 people up on that the upper green door on pit. It's so nice to see a fresh outlook on those maps that we know and we love or we hate with passion. So it's gonna be a very interesting play. I think Cave Dummies are prepared for a jungle push and castle push more so than they are prepared for the upper ruins to observation push. They even are planning, the Goopenstine is even planning to go down, and not everybody's going to go through observation. They will be playing on the button for castle, maybe to close it back down after it's being kicked from Cave Dummies. The one person playing up on the bomb, I think they are barbed away on that on those stairs leading to bomb. We'll see how the blow goes. for Goopenstine.
I am pretty excited, not only because I haven't seen an obs take from any attack for this map, but also it looked like based off the planning that Cave Dummies was kind of prepared for this, as Macius does get the first entry. Tim ends up being dropped though, so we're equalized now, 4 versus 4, and there is still obs control, but got to worry about this mop. Having the obs window to give them info, knowing when to swing, but oof, swing and a miss there for Sosic. Making the choice of either reloading their gun or switching to their secondary. It's going to take a long time to get that mop back in action. But Flogel is here trying to help hold. And yep, you can really see the technical issues that they've been having throughout this game. Chrome Trigger, though, at least gets one on Nidru. Wartime General ends up getting rid of the mopper. They've now got obs control, and Magnum just barrels his way in, looking to clear out the top of ruins where the bomb currently resides at. Now it's just Chrome Trigger fending for their life, hoping they can give their team another chance. But with that molly cutting themselves off, it looks to be a very big ask from them. That's Magnum now off the bomb. It looks like both Equinox and Wartime General are trying to push out Chrome Trigger before getting on this bomb, but they've made a crucial error, both passively watching that staircase. Equinox sticking this defuse. They've got more health than Chrome Trigger. One bullet from that black tar, and that'll put him down, but they get past the barbed wire. 99% though, and Chrome Trigger can't swing in time. Equinox player or pro players do not fake as she gets down the defuse, tying the series up with a 7-5 victory for Cave Dummies and a 7-3 comeback for Goopenstine.
That was a crazy, crazy play. Honestly, I was not expecting it to go this way. Cave Dummies, would have expected Chrome to peak earlier than he did on that last round. Honestly, not bad play from them at all, but I don't know. Goopenstine kind of showed, hey, we can do it and we will do it. Maybe you guys, like Cave Dummies, you know the people, they've been out in the league and in DP and in DPL for so long, but we are gonna show who's the boss now. And they did.
Show them who's the boss of this gym. That's all I can say. That's the least way to put it, I guess. Great clutch there by Equinox. I think kind of playing off the barb better than I would have originally expected. And again, although there were some technical issues by Cave Dummies throughout this game, I think the line of improvement that we've seen so far from Goopenstine throughout week number 1, now going into week 2, where they don't technically have a win under their belt, but they did tie up against one of the better looking teams in DPL. It's a pretty good sign, to say the least. You know, we've got several more weeks of due process at our hands in the Swiss stage, so that only means there's more and more room for improvement for everybody, except I guess KHAOS, because now they look almost unbeatable at this point after their recent victory against Arise. But with that being said, I think that concludes us for the rest of the evening. I know I've got some games I'm playing later with Team Tempo off stream. TTT are currently playing up against Radis, where they are up in their match so far. 1 victory against Radis, I believe, shortly going into their second game. And tomorrow we have a whole series of games to face off once again with a brand new pair of casters. Well, not really. I think it's me and Nog casting at one point. Maybe you're casting again, Dynamic. I'm not really sure.
I am not casting tomorrow at all, no.
Okay. I'm not really sure who else is on the talent lineup for tomorrow, but if you click on the stream, twitch.tv Due Process League. If you didn't know that already, now you do. You'll get to see who's actually on camera for tomorrow. Want to give a big shout out to the rest of our production crew for the rest of the day, and a shout out to Due Process. I love DP.
I love
Don't
DP.
take that out of context.
I love
Don't
DP.
take it out of context, please. I'm on my knees. I'm begging you to download and buy the game, and to not take I Heart DP out of context. And one final word from Sachi League sponsor SeatGeek. Buy a gaming chair. Goodbye, guys.